was fixated on this arcane wellspring, and he's attempting to discern the exact uses of this wellspring, presumably so that he can add another magical discovery to his fame, as you've heard a little bit about him. He is a follower of Nethys, who idolizes him for his ascension to godhood using magic, and he has had some interesting discoveries within this valley so far, especially relating to various histories of the world. But here, as the group moved on out into the tower structure, they met with a statue of sorts, or they found a statue, and then they charged it with magical energy after it was discerned that it could, in fact, serve as a conduit for magical energy, animating it and speaking with it. Learning that it is a statue of Zibi Ali Kalis, the Cyclopean god of magic. They talked to it for a time, asked it a series of questions, and found out that they could come back tomorrow and give it a little more magic, and perhaps ask it a few more. How much it knew has yet to be discerned, but a few interesting questions were pondered. But the camp was just recently discovered, and you guys had kind of like just gotten up on the wall. And with this relatively loose implication being set up of you help me and I help you with Karoom, the group headed off to investigate the nature of this wellspring. As they were standing on the wall, they talked to one of the guards and learned a little bit about the lay of the land, so to speak. But this is where we left off. And it is where we resume. Jumping back into it. Let me just get this all ready. But before we jump over to the others, we jump over to someone else. Alder Gween. I'm gonna sneeze. Hang on.
So weird because that's his last name too.
Alder Queen, I'm gonna sneeze.
Ooh,
Hold on.
hold on. I'm good.
Hyphenated.
Yep, almost there. Okay. Alder Gween. You find yourself surrounded by a number of miners deep, not too deep in the ground, maybe a few feet, maybe like 15 or so, 20, 30 feet maybe underground, in like a slight incline in a cave, like a mine. Around you, they are kind of mining basic minerals like iron, like whatever other kind of like simple metals they could find. And you have been contracted, at least for now, to ensure that the stability of this structure is solid with your familiarity with hive structures and like the structures of underground like complexes and stuff. You have been kind of just like added on to this expedition to ensure these structures are stable, and you are just now kind of concluding with that work. Looking at the setup, looks pretty solid. Doesn't look like this mine's gonna collapse. But yeah, here's where you find yourself. The miners are kind of chipping away. They're kind of busy at work with under your overview, seeing that their work is going quite well. One of the miners kind of looks at you. So it's safe, right? This thing ain't gonna come down. Gonna like be all good, right? Yeah.
So He would just kind of be looking around, observing each of them individually until that one comes to him. Of course it'll be safe. Have no worries, my friend. Everything will be just fine.
Oh, that's very reassuring. Cool. Well, me and the lads are gonna get digging, but let's see. They said when if you did good and all, they entrusted me to hand you this, and he hands you a sack filled with 50 gold pieces, which is your fee for your work here. Well, they said, good job, Mr. Robert, and I hope that you enjoyed your time with the Expeditionary Services. You know, and in like next 2 to 3 weeks, they're gonna have a big airship come and like pick up all the non-essentials, take them out of the zone of prey back to the city and stuff. And you're welcome to hang out here till then and all that. Yep.
Fascinating. Thank you. He takes the bag. I would like to offer you something in return. Are you hungry?
You know, I did just have lunch, but I was thinking about having a second lunch.
Perfect. I've got just the thing. And then he proceeds to just reach up to the kind of branches of hair behind him.
Oh, you got a bird nest in there, maybe some eggs.
And there's berries that have proceeded to just grow into full-sized berries, and he just picks one off of his hair, one of his branches, and just hands it to him. Here you are, my friend.
Sanitary.
What?
Is this sanitary? It kind of grew off your head.
Yes. No. Yes. Does it matter?
Well, I guess not. I'm
They
lying
taste
in a
good, I assure
cave, and
you.
I really don't have very high standards now that you mention it. And then he eats the berry. Mmm.
Wonderful.
What's it taste
How do you
like?
feel? Not good. Very, what you would probably imagine would grow off of a tree person's hair.
This is bitter, a little earthy. Kind of tastes like a bowl of dirt, but it feels
Delicious, I know.
nutritious.
Very nutritious, I assure you.
They're good and they're berries.
It's the hot and ready argument.
Hot
$5.
Would you
hot
like
ready.
another?
Is it good? Hot.
and they're
And it's
ready.
ready.
But he looks at you and he says, well, ooh, that's, you got anything like sweet to wash it down or something? Maybe something with a little more flavor or some wine?
I know just the thing to top off your meal. And then he holds out his arm, and his hand, which is currently just regular like hand shaped 5 fingers and everything, starts to kind of morph into one. All his fingers kind of combine into one, and they kind of stretch out into what looks like a flute. And the holes and everything, and he puts the flute up to his mouth and starts to play a kind of like weird so it's like a calming kind of light somber tune, something that would probably relax someone or something like that. But as he's playing, he stops and he's like, how does that sound? How does that make
Yeah.
your meal feel?
You know, look, and you see, like, as you're kind of playing it, the kind of like the rest of the other miners start to kind of like hum in tune, and they kind of get like a work kind of like hum going, and they start like going about it a little more efficiently. And they're like, yeah, lads seem to like it. That's pretty nice. That's pretty refreshing. That's a good accompaniment to some work. You know, I don't have like money to hire a bard, but like you should talk to the foreman, old Dyrith, see if he's willing to like stip the bill to like hire you full time to be like the miners band, and you could like come around the mines and you could like play the music for us. And you know, not nothing like percussion, nothing drum related. You want like stir something, you know all about that with your stability and all. So you know, there could be like some more job opportunities for you here if you talk to the foreman and such. There's a bard especially has some good music there. I don't know how you blow with the face and all, but it's very pretty.
So as he's kind of explaining all of this, his eyes, which are big, round, like green, almost like goggles, they kind of can zoom in and out. They can widen, they can shrink, all mechanically. And as he's explaining all this, his eyes kind of like narrow very thinly. This is art. It's not for fun. I'm done with you. And then he just proceeds to just march off.
Oh, all right. Well, good luck. Goodbye.
As he's marching away, he's just muttering under his breath, minors, they don't appreciate art. They just look at it as entertainment. Foolish. Crazy.
And as you're kind of walking out towards the arcane wellspring, you three, who are kind of still gazing up at the wall, kind of coincidentally at the same time, you see a rather odd figure stumble out of the mines. And you want to describe your character for us?
Yeah, so I mean, the picture pretty much does a ton of justice.
Booty
So
face.
obviously,
You picked the right one.
I thought so too. So obviously he comes out and his armor is pretty much merged into his body. He's made of like different pieces of like almost like inscribed looking wood, pieces of metal here and there. He's wearing a cape, the green cape. It's got all kinds of different like leaves and like random branches and twigs and stuff like that coming off of it around his neck, the whole back of it and everything else. And then where the hair shrooms obviously grew from, he's hooded, but there's kind of a gap in the back where there's like a brush, kind of like a little mini bush that would almost look like hair if you were thinking of it that way. And then his mask is all metal. It's got weird kind of inscriptions and designs on it. And his eyes are glowing again, like some sort of like energy is coming through them almost, like they light up a little bit.
And Rick, you've seen this bot before. At least a long time ago. It was a part of a class project that you worked on at the Artifice Academy as part of your like, early days in the city. It wasn't functional then, but he's running around now.
Oh, wait a second. Let me get a closer look.
I'm gonna jump off this wall. Oh yeah.
Hey, buddy. Tell me about that thing down there.
Just talking to the guard here.
Yeah.
He looks at you.
Oh,
Oh.
no, not that giant well thing. That's who
Yeah,
cares?
not
No,
that
the
thing.
thing
Mhm.
to the
pointing.
right.
Mhm.
One with the plants on it.
I know about the big thing.
Yes, some fancy piece of machinery from the city, I believe the expedition contracted. Not really sure its purpose. I think it's just to make sure that there are no hornets' nests around, I believe.
Yep,
Keep
that's
them
the
out
guy.
of the
I know that guy.
Yes.
Oh,
Uh,
you recognize someone.
He's he actually could come in a bit of, he'd be very handy in the adventures to come. I don't know if he knows much about this wellspring, but maybe he's been here long enough.
We are not dealing with wasp nests. We're dealing with the bugs and squeeze.
Same thing, really. Hives.
I believe you.
I mean, the logic is sound, right, Zetho?
I mean, if you trust this machine, then I trust you.
Okay, great. I don't know if he's gonna be able to help. He's Rick's walking and talking. He's like, I don't know if he's gonna be able to help with hell. But you know, maybe.
Oh, well,
You never know what
there
gets
are
put in him.
steps. There's steps between here and there, so
We can get him hell ready.
Wait, is it? Did anyone notice this menacing appearance of this thing before? Because I didn't.
That's what he looks like.
Nah, he's good.
I thought it was like a big cyclopsy, like buff boy.
Yeah,
Not
well,
like some leech-looking thing.
at least a
He's
few
buff.
skulls on them.
I feel like the skulls make it look more like a bad thing.
Well, yeah.
That's God's magic for you.
My god, does he use skulls?
Oh, really?
Well, how do you
And
know what's
he's
behind
the
the
god
mountain?
of magic.
Rick's looking at his skull rings. He's like, that's weird. Why not? They're sick.
This
Fucking
¿cómo
badass.
está? Okay, anyways, robot.
Oh yeah, robot.
As
is
this
it?
whole
Please,
conversation
elves
is,
first.
as this is all kind of unfolding, Alderglean has kind of just like sat down like crisscross, and his arm has turned into a painter's easel, and he's kind of just, and then his other arm is like a or not an easel. What do they call the painter?
Yeah, the little palette thing.
The palette, yeah. And then
Oh,
his
yeah.
other
I don't know
arm
what
is
it's
an
called, but
easel,
the little
and he's currently just like,
bean-shaped thing.
yeah, palette. That's what it is. I thought it had a fancy name too, but it's not.
Painter's palette.
Easel.
Yeah.
So his other arm is a giant easel of wood, and then his other arm, he's got one finger as a brush, and he's kind of extending the index finger out, tapping some paint on from his forearm, and then painting a picture on his other one.
Yeah. I'm just going to describe what you see here. This large structure of, resonating arcane energy is, of course, here. But then up on the hill, there's a large kind of like high ground, and there's a, like about 20-foot staircase or so that kind of goes up to a large stone gateway. That behind a imposing and tall stone tower kind of sits atop the hill. And yeah, this is like kind of like a lower valley. Like this part right here is almost like an excavation where the ground has like been de-elevated and like dug down into. That's where you're sitting. And down those stairs, you see a dwarf, an elf, and a dragonborn. Which dragonborn, I should say, are exceptionally rare in this world. Like they're rare in like Forgotten Realms. I'm sure you've heard that before you play 5e, but like here they are like ultra rare. Then if they're in existence, they're for a very specific thing. But so you might not even know what a dragonborn is, but you see and this one's even differenter looking. This one's like holographic. This one has a lot of
This one's a reverse
crystalline
hollow.
spines.
It's shadowless. PSA 9.5.
Whoa. A
Whoa.
little beat up.
Oh.
A little off center.
The luster of the crystals is like a little boozy.
Yeah, you see those beginning to exit the fortress as the gate gets kind of raised up.
Ooh, just for my own purposes, can it be led to be assumed that most of the people here like traveled from Nofzog and it was like probably a pretty tough travel? Meanwhile, this wizard just teleports, or does all of this seem teleported?
Based on the infrastructure here and based on the knowledge of the teleporter, you probably imagine what would have transpired is that they would have traveled here first, and then the wizard would have set up the teleportation circle after. So he would have had someone would have gotten here, whether it was him or someone else. Someone would have gotten here, set up this fortress.
But
and
these
then
people have been like,
established the link.
on this site for a while now, most likely.
Yeah, it looks like they haven't been back to Azor in a while.
Because he's a transmutation wizard.
Yeah.
And so we know he he made this place out of pillars.
Yeah.
And that at least him and his apprentice have teleportation circle.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like it's public use based on this large fortress around it, and the only people that are being in this fortress are hired knight ordinators, or actually these aren't even knight ordinators. These are actually mercenaries. These are lowlander mercenaries. And the wizards that are seemingly of various orders. So you get the sense that no one else is really allowed to use the teleporter, and this like they seem to be waiting on like probably a general transport from an airship or something.
And it's 4 p.m. now. When's nightfall? Because that's when apparently it gets dangerous.
Yeah, nightfall is not for another. What season is it? It's the
September, so fall.
September. So probably around 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock or so.
Wait, I was talking about summer. What the fuck? So stupid.
Yeah, 7 or 8.
Okay, cool. Rick's gonna do his little dwarf run down the stairs.
question, just since I'm using a spellcaster this time. Is there somewhere where you keep track of your spell slots?
You've got a spell
on your
book.
spellbook page.
Actually, when you click it from the spell book, it
Okay,
will
I see it.
keep track for you.
Yeah, I'll
Yep,
take
I
it away
see it.
from you too.
And if you want to cheat, just say don't use the spell slot. Big brain.
So he's very focused on his little arm painting that he's doing until kind of in his like peripheral, he kind of catches like I'm assuming your Dragonborn like shines, right? 'Cause he's crystallized.
Yeah, like I think there's like an oil slick effect to it. Not to like stick on the whole oil thing with the other character, but like that weird kind of like luster to it. But unless there's like a ton of light shining through it, it's just kind of like a glassy. But next to this thing, actually, because he like refracts colors around him. So next
Right.
to this big fucking thing, yeah, he's like lighting the hell up. He's like all like, you know, toasty, bright blue, violet, shiny. On like the scales that you can see, he's mostly armored, but yeah, like his whole head.
So in his peripheral vision, kind of looks up, and his eyes just go full wide as he like immediately locks eyes on Hladak. And he looks up, he looks down at his painting, he looks up, he looks down at his painting, and he proceeds to just like grab, like this goes back to a regular arm, he grabs his other arm by his forearm and he just rips it off and just throws it, and then grows another easel and proceeds to start a different painting.
He's tearing his arm off.
Rick has been distracted by this now that he's close to it.
Hey,
It is enticing.
slapped you on the back. The robot.
Oh yeah, but
Hey, focus. This thing
Okay.
isn't going anywhere. The robot is destroying itself.
okay, yeah. No, he can grow that back. He's fine. We put extras in there.
Might be more ready for her than you mentioned.
How often can they do that? Can we like make a bridge out of his detached arms? That's crazy.
When it breaks off, it's pretty brittle. Doesn't last
like
long when
make
it's not
firewood.
attached.
I like it.
You start to like paint like kind of like on like your wooden canvas of sorts, and your brush kind of inscribing the various dyes and stuff into it. You do start to kind of get a nice, painterly sketch of the landscape here, or whatever you would happen to be drawing, or if you're just drawing. Ooh.
He was painting the landscape, but then he saw Hladak, and now that's all he cares about. So he's just full on kind of didn't obviously have a lot of time, so it's kind of like a painterly like sketch almost of Hladak, like bust profile.
Yeah.
That's how you know I helped build him.
So for the sake of this next interaction, you mentioned Rick helped build him, but now this is the first time he's seeing him like active. So are we agreeing that Rick helped build him, but Rick would know him, but he wouldn't know Rick then if he wasn't active?
Up to you. Up to you. You can make you could even make an intelligence check if you wanted to see if like there was any like leftover memory that like hey, maybe there was a moment where you just happened to be activated like for a test cycle or something, and then like you might have saw Rick for just a second or something. It's pretty foggy, but you do have a strange series of dwarven initials carved into a particular part of your body, that you've never really understood what that was for.
Hey, did we ever give him a name? Let's see. I did the most work, so I put my name first. Rick Jr.?
Rick.
Come here,
version
sport. I'm your dad.
Rick A+? I did really well.
Rick remastered.
I think he's
as
broken.
he's
Deluxe edition, director's cut.
as he's finishing up his drawing, his character drawing, he kind of looks up at Rick. Hi.
It
Hmm.
speaks.
And
Yeah,
it should be pointed out that his little V-shaped smiley face, when he talks, that also lights up.
Nice.
hey,
Oh, he's like me.
what are you doing here? No.
Look. He just cuts him off and just reaches out his arm to show the group the painting, which, as described, is kind of just like a painterly, like, character drawing, like, bust profile of Fladoc. What do you think?
It's on a scale of 1 to 20, it's about a 16.
That is quite above average.
Wait, hold on. And then his other arm kind of stretches out again into that same, like, flute shape. You need the right atmosphere to truly take it in. Hold on just 1 second.
What is he doing?
This part wasn't me.
And then some discordant off-key flute playing that was not at all melodic as it was before.
You know,
Suddenly
that was,
rings through your ears.
ever so like barely like 5% below average.
Yes, but it's not about looking at them separately. It's about taking in it all at once and how it makes you feel. How does it make you feel? It makes me feel quite happy.
Like 20% above average on average.
It actually makes the painting a little worse.
Oh,
I'm not going to lie. I liked
Oh.
me before the flute.
oh. Fair enough.
Wait,
And then he
hold
just
on. Let me try to get it from your angle. You know, now that I'm looking at it from over here, got to see what you were going for.
let me play the flute for you again.
Okay,
Just
yeah,
goes
do that
right
one
back
more
into
time.
the like awful playing.
Please don't.
Oh. Let me try one more time. Just the exact
Wait.
same.
It's still
We
just
came
bad.
through
Yeah.
teleporter.
So just to be clear, 20% above average, you said?
5% below.
What is average for you?
Like on the scale of 1 to 20, 10.
Like on a scale of like masterpiece to ascended masterpiece.
This is a strange metric. What is between nothing and ascendant? Like average masterpiece.
This isn't average. I would know.
It is of me, so you're somewhat correct.
I'm
It
a
is
master
definitely
painter.
not
I would
average.
know. I would know. You know what? It's fine.
I
You don't like
believe
it. And then he just rips his arm off again and throws the painting away.
Oh, I want to. Clock's gonna scramble. I want to keep it.
And it begins to kind of, like as Rick described, it kind of like the edges, when the bark breaks off, begins to kind of wither and fade away. Starts to become real brittle.
Oh, that they said. It is also like me.
So he stands up now and kind of greets the party. He's about 6'5". So he's a pretty tall guy, fairly tall guy, pretty big guy.
Oh, right. You were sitting down when we were making you.
Rick's like, oh fuck.
I made your legs too big. I'm sorry about that.
You can always
You
like
were way
cut them a
shorter
little
when I
bit.
made you. You put, like,
We could trim these down to a normal height. About
I advocated
4 or
for, like,
5.
I advocated for like 5'2".
I told them no lift kit.
I say, you ever see big things in a hive? No. But they said, oh, it's got to be big, reach tall trees or something. I don't know.
They
just
only
excessive.
asked me to fix it. Who cares about my opinion?
He kind of just like looks down over Rick, his eyes kind of like widening, shortening, widening. You look
So what?
familiar.
Yeah, we turned you on a couple times just to see how you would run. And I was there. And then you ran for the final. That was pretty good.
Wait. You were there when I was created?
Yeah. Wait, I could probably find my initials. He goes to behind you.
Mhm.
Wait. Don't tell me.
Yep.
And he kind of just is like starts like
Mm-hmm.
kind of. Are you Kier?
Oh yeah, from your angle, that yeah, I'm Kier.
Oh,
Fascinating.
But it's actually Rick, just the other week.
Oh.
It was more for others to see and not for you.
Oh.
It being theirs for you.
So basically, if I'm understanding correctly, based off what I know, what I've learned about organisms and everything else, you're my dad.
One of several.
Oh. I've heard that's possible these
And
days.
one woman.
Oh. So you've had intercourse then?
Not with her.
Don't ask me about that. That's personal. It's none of your business.
That's your mom.
I don't want to revisit those days.
We all did.
Fascinating. Fascinating.
Now we're a family.
And then he kind of looks over to the other two. And so in Sato's portrait, so are his eyes always two different colors like that?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Satha, you want to describe what he sees on your end?
Sure, Satho is rather decently dressed elf. One of his eyes is made of a violet gemstone crystal. It does always look violet, except for when he pulls it out and turns it into funny things to open doors. Which he doesn't do often, but yes, he is looking on in fascination.
Does the eye glow?
Not always. It's just sort of a gemstone crystal. It reflects light, but not quite like Hadak does. The pales in comparison.
Oh no. Yeah, you don't pale in comparison to me. I'm sure yours is magic.
I mean, you are entirely magic, to my understanding.
No, I'm divine.
You are divine. You're right.
no, you're magical.
No, you. You're the most magical.
As Nethite, yes. Thank you.
But this is also incredible. So you're a fully fabricated minstrel. I never thought Rick would be a creative minstrel, but he continues to fascinate me.
Yeah, I really honestly expected more like engine noises, exhaust, skulls.
I mean,
Wait.
do you guys know anything
Oh.
about bees? How are you going to get into a hive and learn what they do with engine noises?
With a motorbike.
Well, I believe
That's a
you're
good
supposed
point.
to dance.
That's how I would do it. But he can dance too. Watch. Show him your dance.
Oh, please do.
Oh, yes. I can dance.
This is how hives talk.
Yes, interpretive dance. That was what I was taught.
He's pretty good. Pretty good. It's about as good as his old music play. 16's like his number. It's just
That is actually quite a bit over average.
How does it do anything for you? Is it impressive?
Well, I'm
It
not a
is doing
bee.
something for me.
Fantastic.
If I were a bee, I believe I'd be quite impressed. But
Oh, that was a pun. I know this.
no, I was quite serious. If I was a bee, I think I would be impressed.
Bees do like me, so that would make sense also.
I'm sure they do.
Someone told me there's a cave of bees just outside the city. You guys ever hear that? Frog
Clear
sometimes
that
goes in
shit
and out of
out.
there.
Yes.
Okay, sick.
I
So,
know the residents.
oh,
We
The
know
bees?
the residents.
Yes,
Yeah,
Sloan did
it's,
mention
you
it
know.
a number of times.
We go way back. Sato and I, like a few days before you.
A few days, almost like a lifetime. But yes.
All right, with these frogs, yes.
I'm 4.
I'm 4.
Nice to meet you, four. Or did you? Oh, you meant your age.
Yes.
It could be the model number.
I'm
My
a one
name-
and done kind of guy.
My name is Aldergleen. What are
The
yours?
woman wasn't.
My name is Satholiath.
That's
pleasure
really
to
hard
meet
to
you.
say.
No, it's quite simple.
Sapali. No, it's hard.
You think that
I
is
suppose-
difficult?
You have a very solid mouth. It has a few s's in it. That's.
I have a
fair.
hard time enunciating.
Fair enough. We'll work on it.
Well, as a fellow being without lips, perhaps my name will be more comfortable on your beak.
You only need a tongue. Hardah.
Holodak Vedomosti.
Ladak Vedomosti. Noted.
Holodak Vedomosti. Yes, I like this one.
I like me too.
And I like me. We are so similar.
Oh my gosh.
I can see how this is just you, Rick. We get along.
You guys are really hitting it off. This made me so happy. You should see my bike. You're gonna love
Are you
her
proud of me, Dad?
almost as much as my bike.
Wow.
You're my second favorite.
Wow.
About the Warthog.
Warhog is third, but rising.
Still
I haven't done
new,
enough to
the
it.
new, the youngest.
Once we put a catapult that can launch the motorbike.
That's number
Then
one,
one.
baby.
Yeah.
So, what brings you all here?
Rick points at
I point at the same time. That
Just took the
Yes.
Sojak, like both of you are just like
just falling.
Oh. That's not what I'm here for.
yeah, what are you here for?
is to raise morale with all of his music.
God, I hope
Thanks.
not.
His eyes kind of narrow. No. That is not what I'm here for.
You could.
I do not raise morale, I inspire hope with my music.
Great.
It's not the same thing.
Sure. Same.
If I
but
became
different.
more hopeful, I would raise my morale.
It's not the same thing.
Oh,
Same, but different, but still same.
Agree to disagree. But yeah, anyway, so I'm here to raise morale, like he said. Just not with my music.
Mhm.
I love this robot. He cares about the details. Have I anyone ever talked to you about our Lord and Savior Nethys?
Who?
And by that I mean the selfish man with the magical library who became a god.
Became a god.
Mhm.
Fascinating. Tell me more.
Lodon just lights up like
Really? Literally?
literally.
Uh, eh, oh, you really put me on this spot.
Let me consult the archives of Netis about Netis. Here's his brochure.
You know, this isn't like a first date conversation. You know, it's something very important to me.
Date?
I would like, yeah, like
I
a
cannot
calendar.
reproduce. We cannot date.
No, not the fucking.
Well, we
just
could
the
date, I
calendar.
suppose. I just can't reproduce.
I don't want to make babies.
So if you wanted children, that would be
Deal
an issue.
breaker.
You don't look like you can lay an egg, so
I cannot.
No more
can you
eggs.
make
Can grow-
an egg?
I can grow a berry. It's kind of the same thing.
It's like a plant egg. Same, but different, but still same.
Yes, exactly. Same thing.
Like I love this little thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, what is name?
Yeah, what is your name? What would they end up on?
Oh, let me tell you. You see, my creator's genius. You see me? He just starts like flailing his arms up a little bit. You see, wood, like a tree.
Mm.
So it's alder, which is a kind of tree.
Oh.
Gween, like a nafsaguin, Because
But you're not a bug.
But I want to be a bug. Well, I don't want to be a bug. I want to be friends with the bugs.
Oh.
I want them to think I am a bug.
We're
I've heard
friends
this
with a bug.
before.
We're friends with a very big bug.
Oh, we're friends? Wonderful!
His name is
I've never
Jim.
had friends before. I've only had one friend, actually. I take it back. Wait, my name is what?
Oh no, we know Jib. That's
Jib.
the name of the big guy.
Big bug. We are friends with. His name is Jib.
You know another bug.
We have cuddled.
You know, I really should have walked into that bar one day while going back and forth from the dorms. I would have seen him and I would have been like, oh, we should take a trip over to this bar because they've got a big bug. Maybe we could learn something. But you know me, I hate going to bars.
I love bugs. As he says that, there's just like this weird little like insect
oh, that's not
crawling
me.
along his arm, and he just grabs it and puts it in his little like V-shaped mouth. But he can't eat, so it kind of just crawls back out and back onto his face. Mmm, delicious. Full of nutrients, so I've been told.
I believe you.
Rick just knocks on your chest to see if it's like hollow. How many bugs you got in you?
792.
Oh. Step back.
Not the
I'm
kid.
allergic.
793. 2. Wait, yeah, no, 3. Sorry.
I'm glad he came home.
One doesn't know if he wants to stay.
I had
can
like
tell you all their
12
names.
in me until recently, and those 12 were doozies.
Are they like real or are they robots too? Did you?
No,
make
they're
those?
real.
Oh,
No. I bonded with them.
Gross.
There's Lou. Darren. Zebop.
I'll refill my
Think-
water while he lists off all
I
700
feel
and
like
like
you're
80.
just making
8 of
sounds at
them
this
left.
point.
Rutherford. Dallas.
do you like feel
Theoden?
them?
No.
I cannot feel. I'm 4.
So how come? How's coming your understanding of that hive? I mean, if they're on you, should be a pretty good experience, right?
I would say so. Enough to where I was given my freedom. I'll say that.
Can you like command them?
Yes, I can. It's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Do they listen?
That's a great question, Seth. A great follow up.
Well,
I do want to know
all-
that. Good point.
all of them except Rutherford.
Mm.
He does
The
not.
Maverick.
You need to make an NPC sheet like for every single one of these and get them ready for me by next week.
And they're all your bonds. Right about them.
And they're all your bonds, and they all need
Make a
unique
Discord
traits.
server for your bonds.
Next time we change the thread, it's Elder Queen has 793 new messages. Whoa.
Well, hey, that's a plus. He's doing it so far. And he's good
More or
enough
less.
to be let out for trials. You got anybody watching you right now?
No.
Wow. He's like a real boy.
I think people watch real boys. Like, not out on their own, because you're not children, especially 4-year-olds.
Mm,
I'm not a child. I'm just 4.
he's a real
Unless you're like a
teen.
goblin.
No, more like a tree.
I think a 4-year-old tree is like a sapling. Or like a sapling.
Yes, exactly.
Do you
that
have
works.
sap?
Yeah. And then he just holds up one of his fingers and just breaks his finger off, and there's just like a little like reservoir of sap just kind of dripping out of his finger.
Great.
Do you want some?
Can you stop? No, can you stop breaking yourself? It is giving me heart palpitations.
Oh yeah, he doesn't like that. Please, just chill out a little bit.
Oh,
I just looked at the calendar just for reference for you, Frank. timeline wise.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
For real though, Rick, what does it do? You said it was useful. We sort of have a big undertaking.
I'm still trying to figure out why. If he's here for morale, it's not exactly what he was made for. Unless there are some bugs that need their morale picked up, boy.
Maybe.
Okay, well, it doesn't seem
Little
like he's
Timmy
here for
fall
that.
in a bug hive.
So, what else have you been doing besides playing your music and painting for the people? I feel like if you were a painter, you'd be up there with all the other hot shots.
Well, truth be told. And he kind of just leans in, like, really close to Rick, as if he's like trying to whisper, but he doesn't have the ability to whisper, so it just comes out at a normal volume straight into his ear. I only accepted this job to get inspiration to paint more, but don't tell anyone.
You paint this thing yet? And he points to the big wellspring.
No, it doesn't spark joy for me.
Rick is he is shut down for a moment, so someone else is gonna need to talk. He's very confused.
This is the way. But besides Rick's morale, what do you have work to be doing? You are just sitting here. What now? What do?
Well, I was just finishing up, so I got my money, which means nothing to me, so I don't know. Now I was just painting, and then you guys showed up, and now we're here.
Cool. So, Satho, can we keep him?
Of course. I don't see why we wouldn't. And if
Okay.
he wants to join us,
I'm going to feed him and love him and take him on walks, and he is going to be the happiest robot that there has ever been. Unless I don't feel like doing it, in which case I need you to do it.
Oh, well, that's not exactly what we agreed on.
Oh, no, we are making the agreement now. I
Well,
mean,
if
really,
we want
neither of
to-
us are the parent. It is Rick, but
If you want to steal this child from his father, then you have to take care of him.
right. But I want to do this with you,
That's a
like
lot
a
of
joint
commitment.
venture. I want to have a child with you, Seto.
I appreciate our friendship very much, but this is moving very quickly to suddenly we're
There is
going to
no time
hell
like
and
present.
we're
Not
adopting a
everyone is an
robot.
elf, Sato. I will die before you are ready for commitment.
Well,
I think there's something wrong with Dad.
Used to have come upon every affliction possible. I'm sure he'll get over it in a minute.
He doesn't seem to be taking the news well. He's reacting heavily to the.
He's never had a
situation.
child to be disappointed in.
He
knows what his dad
all
would do.
sorts of
Him before he
conditions.
mutates.
He's calming down a little bit. Slowly.
Wow. That was a whole transformation. But no, seriously, can we keep you?
What the fuck did you just say?
He said, "Can he keep me?" That's what he said.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I said.
Okay. Yeah. You need to be fixed.
Fixed. What's wrong
He
with me?
said that he
I don't
cannot
know.
lay eggs.
I don't know what's wrong with you, but I'm scared.
Wait, what did he say?
Didn't care about the spring.
This thing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's not as big of a deal as him.
I mean, I guess he sees Holodoc, so he's not completely broken, but maybe he's just a little wet.
Maybe it's because he has seen this thing every day for however long.
But he didn't even paint it the first time.
Are you sure?
He said he didn't.
No, I didn't. It's true.
What about the big statue up there? Did you care about that at all?
Statue?
It's up there. You ever been up there?
You would have been allowed like entry at least to the interior of this camp at least one time. You did see the big statue, but you probably wouldn't have had a chance to cast spells into it and talk to it.
I think I went up there once. I don't know. I don't remember.
What have you been painting out here?
Oh, it's funny you should ask. So, and he walks over and he just picks up like a rock from the ground. It's just like a plain rock. This was the first thing that I painted when I got here.
I'm gonna need to use the restroom.
Wait, did you see it?
Yeah,
Did
I
you
saw
look?
the rock. It's cool. Not a gemstone, but super cool. A rock.
Oh, okay. It's a good rock. And he just sets
Yeah,
it back
believe-
down.
You
Something
get in
seems
this
wrong with
minecart.
Yeah, he's weird. He's not normal and well adjusted like Satoli and myself.
It's
Oh,
familiar laying in a minecart. It's nice and safe.
Reminds him of home.
Reminds you of you growing up in your baby cart.
This is what dwarf like cribs look like.
Your
They just use
playpen, yeah.
minecarts and just fucking drop them in a minecart. Give them some pickaxes to play with and some like baby rocks to break. Little flagons of whiskey.
Thanks. Exactly.
Perhaps you should. Look, I think you should begin your duties by carefully understanding this rock. I'm just going to see if Rick is okay.
Sure. How do you work? And he's gonna like tap on your face.
After you start to approach over and you hear some shuffling around of armor and the scraping against the metal of the minecart. Peek over the edge and you just see Rick slumped.
You sure?
Rick, I don't mean to disrupt your.
He pops back up. Hey, Seth. No, wait, no interruption. Just making sure this minecart's okay. Seems good. Ready to go. In case they need it. Good enough to hide in, with the monsters, if you need to. For other people. Other people can
See,
hide.
that's how I was about to say. I know something's wrong. You would never do something like that.
Yeah, no, I just, no, I'm feeling good. I'm just gonna pop out of here. Seth, you got any kids?
No, I never had the blessing.
You ever disappoint someone real bad?
Yes,
Fuck, dude.
I can think of many times. But,
How
my sins.
anyone ever disappoint you?
I'm beginning to wonder if somebody had, but I'm sensing that maybe this wasn't what you pictured.
I don't know. But I guess that's what happens when you only have like one hand in the project.
It can certainly be challenging to have to share in the molding of something. I can't say that I've shared in the molding of a life, but certainly many hands on the same product make a.
Is that how your group goes? You all got a vote? You all have a hand?
Oh no, the final say is always for Lalela. But when you work together to. In many lifetimes ago, I was a weaver. And when you have many hands making a single project, sometimes there are parts of it that you intensely dislike because they've used the wrong textile. Perhaps more specific than I meant to be, but.
Well, you know both. Working under single person and, working as a team. You got a preference?
I gravitate towards a team. There are many disappointments in certain aspects, but there's a comfort in knowing that you've all done something together.
And I think Rick is looking away a little bit, and you can kind of tell he's thinking and a little, smile a little bit. So he's probably remembering the project. He's like, yeah, you probably have a good point. I guess all we can do is take it from here and try to help him out a bit, steer him in the right direction. But overall, I guess you're going to have a hand in it too.
Hey, that's a considerable burden, but
Hey man, I just got free from slavery like fucking this morning. But like, okay.
I ain't ready for parenthood.
Oh, I mean, you don't have
Like,
to.
with 2 other people.
He's apparently good on his own.
He's not ready to be part of a power throuple with a kid.
do you think he'll be good on his own?
I mean, he's in this area. I wasn't sure if we would be able to make it here, but he's with this camp. He traveled the way here. So he apparently knows the lowlands pretty well, or at least he's good about doing these expeditions. Maybe there's more to him than I think.
That could be. And the thing about projects is that someone goes home with the end result, and if you continue the work after the project is done, only you get to have a say. You can fix the pieces that maybe you felt someone else left unfinished.
Does this mean he's going to have to play for us a lot?
Unfortunately, I think so. Some pieces you can't change, you can only improve.
You think we can... I could figure out a way to get a guitar in him.
Absolutely.
Then we're cool. Head back.
So, as they're kind of walking back, Ladok was poking at him, kind of being like, "How do you work?" And he's like, "Oh, I'll show you." And then the glyphs and kind of like runic structure on his chest kind of start spinning around and like locking into place, and then the compartment in his chest opens and there's just a giant like green shimmering gemstone there. Very bright, very green.
Ooh. Could I make some kind of check to know what this stone is?
Yeah, make an
Or
Arcana
is
check.
it pretty obvious that it's just like a power source?
Arcana or nature, because it's more primal.
Sorry, can I
Well,
guidance
that works
check? Oh,
too.
it doesn't matter. I was about to say, I don't know guidance because this. I mean, I might as well guidance. Multiples of 5 seems very appropriate to
Multiple
use.
5, that's true.
On that.
I have to like readjust my brain for the DCs because I have to like keep remembering now. Like we're in
25.
standard or standard numbers too. 25.
Oh
Very
yeah,
good.
all of our modifiers are a lot.
Yeah, all of our
I
modifiers are
didn't realize
definitely
how
different than I'm
fucking
used to.
cracked our stats were until I
Yeah.
downgraded Ladok and it's everything is just.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like,
look at the Wednesday stats compared to like fucking not like cracked stats too. Those are some cracked stats. Like I've been realizing more and more recently when I'm like designing encounters, like you know how much potential DPR Wednesday can do in like 5 rounds? It's like 2,000 damage in like 5 rounds. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's a lot of damage. But anyways, uh, as you look over the gemstone power source in the chest, you believe this is a form of Arcanite. This is Arcanite that seems to be infused with primal magic and has gotten a green color as a result.
Mm. You know, I know a man with jumper cables and nipples who could actually use you to like find his mother or something. Cool. Is there anything else inside this chest cavity, or is it just a? I guess
That's
that's
up
a better
to
question. Is he made out of metal or wood or both?
Ironwood is
So-
the implication. I think that we were kind of talking about, which is a It's basically the consistency of like
Hmm.
metal. It's like the durability of metal, but the texture and the feel of wood, and the properties, quote unquote, of wood.
Mhm.
Yeah, so like limbs and everything. So like his arms, his legs, and everything look just like wood. His neck and stuff like that. And then obviously his mask is like he said, like the kind of like ironwood, and then his chest is like a lot of different types of materials because there's like the runic like sigil. Those are like stones, different kinds of like rock and stone, but also infused with like metal and everything as well. But on the inside of his chest, so obviously there's that like centerpiece that's holding the gemstone, but then there's a lot of like different like branches and like twigs and stuff like that where all kinds of different types of like little critters and stuff like that are kind of just walking around living their day to day inside of his chest.
Gross. I like it.
Need an exterminator in here.
Gonna fumigate your shit.
Don't do that.
Look. I have one too, and he'll like pull out his little this thing.
Mhm.
I have a buggy too.
Yeah, and you see this almost like alien-looking creature. It's kind of like curled up into like a ball in a swirled up in a jar. Has this
It's like
big,
the size of
nasty-looking
a
teeth.
baseball or something, right?
Yeah,
Or
it's like
bigger
it's
than
like
that?
this, like big, because like these are like
Like
the.
a grapefruit.
I don't think they ever hatched. They just embedded the spikes. So these are like they're still in their ball form. So this one's like a sea
Oh, I
urchin.
thought they
Looks
did
like a big
hatch.
sea urchin.
'Cause
They
I only had 2 days
there's
left to
multiple
live.
there's multiple stages where it's once you hatch you're dead, because when they hatch they
Oh, okay,
burst out of
okay.
your chest, or burst out of your guts, I should say. But the
Break.
second stage is when they expand the spike. Like they start off as a ball, then for a certain stage they become like a spiky sea urchin, and that's the second stage, and they stick out into your guts and get all stuck inside of you. And they are currently in that stage, so it's like a big sea urchin spike ball, but it's like the size of a baseball. It's big.
Can I roll nature to know what it is?
Yeah, make a nature check.
Is this nature?
Nature or Arcana, because these are like creatures that are found within the lowlands, and they do have some magical natures about them. Yeah, you know about gut breakers. They are a form of a worm-like creature, sorta, that kind of largely exists by implanting parasitic eggs into that's how they reproduce. They implant parasitic eggs into living prey. Uh, and it's usually a pretty disgusting process, the way they actually do that. But when it happens, those eggs grow inside of the guts, typically, like in the intestines, and eventually they go to their spiky form, they stick in there, and then they will burst out of your gut after a short time. They are very, very dangerous because the level of like precision surgery required to remove these things without killing someone is tricky. It's very difficult to do. The Anati are specialized in it because they deal with it most frequently compared to any of the Azorans or any of the riders of the giants.
So he kind of just leans down, kind of eyes shifting in and out of focus again. I had one of those once.
No. Really?
Yeah,
Why?
Oh, they're kind of cute.
No. No.
Did you name it yet?
Maybe.
What did you name it?
We're not there yet.
Gus.
This thing was going to kill me like a couple of days ago.
Yeah, they do that.
They
Not
do.
to me. Not to me, but to you probably.
Not to me either, clearly.
Yeah. Oh. Gus.
Not us.
You see Satho and Rick have returned at this point.
They're dead.
Oh yeah.
So, if we are going to keep him, what do we know? Do I just look in the archives for this wellspring thing and then be on our way?
Well, we talked to the other guy, and he said that usually they did divination magic to it. So we already got a pretty good lead.
Oh yeah, I have a shit ton of that.
Yeah. Or do we want to save it and get you that? I know you were kind of eyeing it, but that magic.
The hammer, yeah.
Yeah, the magic hammer.
You're right, because it is like mine, but cooler, apparently. I mean, I'm not going to say no if that's what you're insinuating. Yeah, you're right. We can put this is like a side quest, honestly. Pointing at the wellspring. Let's go get the goods. If that's okay with Settle. I know your friend is burning in hell or something.
Oh, there's more than one of them. They're not burning. They're actually hanging from chains, and there's a rather disgusting demon that. So that wasn't the point. I'm sorry.
No, same, but different, but still same.
I mean, I have an inkling that perhaps Karoom is looking for secrets of the wellspring, but I have a feeling we're going to need more than just some information to convince him. I'm sure if we help the good people here, they could put in a word for us.
And also, we're here for the night anyway, so might as well get some shit done, and we can always deal with this in the morning if we've got a pretty good lead.
It doesn't look like it's going anywhere.
True. Yeah,
Plus, you deserve that hammer.
Thank you. I feel the same way. It is like my make-a-wish.
Are you dying again?
Oh.
No.
But when I was, I didn't get one, so I'm kind of fucked up.
I'm actively pursuing going to hell. So, anyway.
You're right.
Does Rick know if his Arcanite burns out, or is this one special?
The power of the big experiment about this one and using primal magic as a source is that it was meant to be kind of a cyclical source. That's the benefit of primal magic and using ironwood. The ironwood was a special part of this construction because it specifically could act as a conduit for primal energy much better than metal or any of the electrical like normal wires could, while remaining durable and able to be and malleable. To some extent, for making various circuitry, we'll call it, quote unquote. It's not really accurate anymore with the druidic stuff involved, but you get the idea. So, presumably, the idea is no. The theory is, but no one's been. This is the test, so we'll see.
Yeah, I think Rick will point to Eldergreen, and he'll be like, "It'd be nice if we could get some more of that, but if we also want to get an eye, get it? Oh wait, sorry, that's probably in poor taste. An eye on your friends. We could probably get the more Arcanite from the thing up north too."
Oh, is that what they're mining here? Arcanite? I
think this thing has some.
He's got that
no,
chunk in his chest.
this guy is offering a reward, a bounty, essentially, because there's a dangerous beast living in this cave, and he has a bounty of Arcanite that he's offering as a reward.
Yeah.
I remember. Oh, right.
Our new friend here has a whole fucking load stone of that thing, and it's just a big like football of it. What's a football? Like a big ovular ball wrapped in not skin.
Well,
Oh,
you're
I
talking like an
had
egg.
it.
Like an egg. Thank you. You would think I would know this word given recent events, but like a big fucking thing of it.
I'm like
What's
contractually
the-
obligated to bring it up like 3 times a session. Just say the
Egg.
word egg.
Right. So the north was the acid beast, offering Arcanite. South was the Morning Star for the up there. I remembered it backwards. Happens to elves sometimes.
See, north and south is opposite for us.
North is the way you're going, and south is backwards.
North is up, actually, and south is down. That's how we
Think
decided.
about it in the grand scheme of the great beyond.
When we
What
say we're
is
going
north, really?
to the deep south, we're really going to the plains of hell. So, anyways,
Same thing.
oh yes, I'll agree.
Same thing, but different, but still same.
Are you aware of this acid beast situation? Given that you've been here.
You would be loosely familiar, just to kind of answer for you, Outerqueen, in your mind. There has been a large monster that occasionally comes out of this, grabs miners and other, camp inhabitants before the guards and mercenaries can ward it off. But so far, they've been able to ward it off and keep the camp from total destruction, which is good.
I've heard of it, but not why I'm here. So I don't know.
See, how does your Ironwood fare against acid? Just as a hypothetical question.
You did see a dwarf, like, not so stealthily climb into this minecart, and he's peeking out. He did hey! Hey!
I think someone's choking on something over there.
Hey!
Do you hear that?
Rick's gonna try to
It's
like
a
nonchalantly shuffle over,
Hey!
but it looks very chalant.
Look at this chalantness.
Get in here!
Looks rather
Incredible.
short.
Get in here! Now get down.
Okay. My character sheet's going slow,
Dwarves?
but I'm getting down.
You know,
Who's fond of minecarts?
you know about
Traces.
Beard. Oh, weird, right?
Everybody knows Beard before me.
Good. You're the only one I can trust with this, then. You know that weird elf fucker in the tower? Apprentice?
Yeah, I know him.
Real prick.
Yeah, he's a real prick.
Man, I fucked his wife.
Nice.
He stole my fucking loot.
Ooh, not
My
nice.
magic loot.
Did you come
It's
on
not
this
really a magic
mission
loot.
knowing that the guy whose wife you fucked was here?
Yeah, it's because he stole my loot.
Oh, okay.
He stole my loot. I've been trying to get it back. Need accomplices, yeah. But I can't trust nobody besides a beard. So, you see, Torak sent you to me.
You came out here on faith. The Dorag was going to send you a champion to get your loot back.
No. I came in, get it myself, and then you came. So, you're clearly here to help me, right?
Depends. What's in it for us?
This. And he shows you this beautiful ring. It is a ring that is a golden band, and the gemstone looks like a glistening golden star. It looks like it actually it's the shape of a star, but it's like gold and like glows with like magical energy. Heirloom. Mm-hmm. I used to belong to the Order of the Anvil. Mm-hmm. Gave this to me for good service. Mm-hmm. And well, you know, yeah, that's what happened. Mm-hmm.
Rick wishes he had a jeweler's kit so he could like take a look at this ring to like eye it, And now he's thinking of Elder Queen's eye and how it extends, and he's like, okay, I'll get your loot back for this. But can he make like even without a jeweler's kit, he knows rings? Can he just get an idea of like if this thing seems valuable, worth it?
Make an Arcana check.
I just had a quick question. So,
Yeah.
Is your webcam not working? Or
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
He's
Okay.
got problems. He's had problems.
It's been a recent problem.
yeah.
okay.
Well, I was only asking because it's been like on an infinite buffering loop for me,
Yeah.
and I was like, is it my internet? Like, is it my
No,
end?
it's me.
Okay.
It's just been green for me. Green. But yeah, it's apparently a hardware issue. But as you look over the ring for any signs, you see some heavy, and you're familiar with runic magic, heavy rune magic in this bad boy. This is a masterwork of enchantment. This probably would be very rare at the very least, given how much effort would be crafted in this. This is made. It looks like dwarven to make too. This looks like it was made by some of the most masterful dwarven smiths and enchanters, probably on the planet.
Just knowing what I know about runes, can I get just an idea of what this thing might be capable of? Maybe not the extent of it, but like, is it like almost like a detect magic, I guess is what I'm asking.
Looking over the things, trying to figure out the specifics of how it works just by looking at it.
Not the specifics, just like, do I get an idea? Like, with my rings, my Hoarfrost ring would be a little cold or look a little chilled.
I understand what you're asking.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So like looking at the ring, there is like this sparkling, almost electrical energy kind of dancing between the tips of the stars. It looks like it gives off a fair amount of light too. It looks like it's like ready to almost expound upon light. Yeah.
Cool. Yep. He'd be like, the situation with the wife. You still with her? What happened there?
See, the reason his grudge against me is kind of stupid. It's because I wasn't the only dwarf. There was a bunch of other ones there too. So, I don't know why he hates me so much in particular.
I think he's still allowed to have a grudge against you. Is she still
Well,
with him?
like, fucking elf bitches, I leave real quick. You know what I'm saying? They fucking never know what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Can't trust an elf. Remember that.
Did you know? Wait. Did you know she was married?
They didn't say nothing about that.
Okay, you're in the clear. I'll help you up. Hops out of the cart.
He goes back in and ducks down below.
He walks back as Shalonly. Oh, hey guys, what I miss? Just over there. Another bathroom break.
We're going to go talk to the guy to go kill a monster or something and get my new whacker.
Okay, sick. Oh, and if we along the way, that apprentice apparently has that guy's loot, and if we get it back for him, he's gonna get me a cool new ring. That apprentice was kind of a dick, so
Ooh,
Thank you. I feel like I was the only one who thought he was a fucking schmuck.
no, I put my shoes
Yes.
on his couch. I fucked his whole shit up.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, great.
Oh, you hate the apprentice too?
Do you guys hate him? Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, I agree.
I
Fuck
don't
him.
like have overly strong feelings, but yeah, fuck that guy anyway.
But like, fuck his wife
I-
in particular.
It's really
Not
her fault.
overly fuck him. Not overly. Got it. But
Wait,
kind of.
I thought he wanted to get with the foreman. He has a wife already.
He at least used to, maybe.
He's what we in my old friend group call a fuckboy. But anyways, yeah, let's go get my new whacker.
New whacker.
And then we can, maybe steal this. When you say his loot, you mean like his collection of things, or like his music loot?
No, I took a look at his fingers. He's definitely a musician, not a fighter.
Okay.
The calluses are in the wrong place.
I figured that's
Yeah.
easier to be like, oh, hey, look, a loot. That's probably it, instead of being like, oh, what a
General
collection
loot.
of shit. This might be
Mhm.
his loot. Yeah.
I should hire people to get some loot for me.
As that
Go
conversation
get me some of that fucker's loot
Go
and
get me
then
the
bring it
dragon's
back.
loot, and it just so happens if the dragon has a tiny little loot, they're in the right to bring it back.
I just go fully wide. He took his loot, his instrument, his ability to make art, to
All
move
because-
people.
All because he fucked his wife.
Monster.
There were other dwarves there too.
Unforgivable. I'm on board.
Wait, did he know that she was his wife?
No.
Oh, then he's in the clear.
He's in the clear. He doesn't have any obligation to the apprentice.
No, I
Big
mean, to
move.
be fair, if he knew that she was his wife, also kudos.
I mean, truly, if you saw someone, you would never be like, "That's definitely Obus's wife." I mean,
That's just a woman
it's a fair assumption.
agreeing to consensual activities between him and several other dwarves. Probably 6. I don't know. I imagine there's 7
No, it's-
dwarves there.
He's just pulling a number out, like 6. Mom's a ginger.
You know, it's
curly
funny.
beard.
This reminds me of something I've gone through that's very similar.
You,
One
you
time,
fucked someone's wife.
Please expound.
there were a
You-
number of dwarves, and
Your
wow.
wife was.
No,
I mean-
but one time I was hanging out in the jungle, the Narada jungle, with this deer. Are there deer in there?
Yeah, types of deer-like creatures, yeah.
I was hanging out with this deer, and I was hanging out with him, and we were having a very good conversation. And then there was a bug. It was a little critter, very stringy. I like the stringy bugs. They taste the best, I think. I don't know. I can't taste things. But anyway, I was hanging out with him, and he went for it first, and I definitely may have snatched it out from under him and ate it before he could. And I felt really bad about it ever since then. But I feel like it's kind of the same thing.
Same, but different, but still same.
Yeah.
I think I
Good
have a little
thought.
catchphrase guy. I like it. Because the whole, like, nobody dies in the presence of Holdak, that mostly has been proven wrong time and time again. Like, I'm working on it, but, like, for now, it's like a little deceptive. No, it is like same, but different, but still same.
A lot of my bugs have died. It makes me sad.
They do have a tendency to do that.
They do. I've learned that.
Do you eat your bugs? Like, if you were hungry, would you eat your own bugs?
Without even saying anything, there's just like this tiny little small unidentifiable little critter on his shoulder. He picks it up and puts it in his mouth. But then again, he doesn't actually eat, so it just like he eats it and he's like, and then it just crawls right back out and goes back to where it was. Delicious.
Guys, he puts bugs in his mouth just for pleasure.
Eat them for
Ooh.
sustenance, right? That's what you guys do.
You guys.
Pretty much.
You guys. Oh, I'm sorry. Is one of you a woman?
Mhm. Looking directly
Maybe the pretty one.
towards Rick? Question mark.
Mom?
Mom?
Mommy? Puppies?
I have no concept of gender, for I am man-made. So, I apologize.
But not woman made, therefore your answer. Rick is not female.
Okay, good.
I know it's hard to tell with dwarfs sometimes, but overall.
That's good, because honestly, it's really hard. Once I have identified someone's name, it's very hard for me to change that. So he's dad, so it would have been very difficult for me to shift to mom. So that's good. Good. We're all on the same boat. So anyway, yes, this dastardly fellow stole this man's art form right from under him.
We should get the whackers to threaten him with.
I like whackers.
Oh, wait. Hold on. If
You
you're going
kinda
to
just-
replace him as the apprentice, no big deal. The wizard will just be cool with us, like, taking back
What?
shit.
No, I'm not a wizard. I don't like reading.
Oh, you don't know? Oh, okay, well, whatever. we'll besmirch him compared to you, and then he'll let us get the loot back.
Oh no, I can replace him, but not as apprentice. But I don't know. He's a bad fit, anyways. The old guy knows it. He's not a Nephite. Shit talks the greatest wizard of all time to the point where I'm not a fucking wizard, but like I worship him. But yeah, he's a schmuck. So yeah, we just get rid of him, and then I don't know. I'll give him like a high five.
Nice. That'll be worth it.
Like
Guy
he
loses
maybe
his wife, loses his job. We get to high five. Well, I guess everyone just hates that guy. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Which one are we doing first? The ass.
I want the wackies.
Wackies.
Right. Should we?
But, and I feel like maybe we should do some other stuff in the camp. Yeah, like clear up what we want to do. Maybe go talk to the cow guy over there to like buy some stuff or whatever before we make the apprentice pissed off.
Oh yeah,
Because I feel like he would just get in our way.
figure apprentice is like last thing we do just in case. We still gotta get a way back. We gotta secure that first.
Right. Yeah, because the old guy who could just croak. That would be hugely inconvenient.
That would
But
be
if I have a
quite terrible.
whacker, I can make the apprentice open up the portal. I don't want to, but I could.
I could also spend some time trying to see if Obus could learn how to work the teleportation circle. I have a feeling that maybe with our noggins combined we could. But first let's get the hammer and
I don't have
as
a
a
brain.
backup plan.
You know what? You don't need one.
Hmm.
All you need is faith. And God's library will open to you. Also, it is like 5-ish p.m., so we kind of need to just fuck around until we can go talk to that cool statue again. True.
We could see if the foreman
brain.
has any insight on the goings on, or we could
Cool.
plan for whatever this beast is going to do.
Which one is the foreman? This one?
I believe so.
That's
I
the
know he is the
mercenary
guy that's-
captain, and this is the foreman down here.
Oh, okay. So the mercenary captain is offering the whacker. The foreman
Mercenary
is
captain
those
is
things.
offering the Arcanite. The foreman is offering the whacker.
Oh, yeah, talk to that guy. Wait,
Foreman
is the
Dyrith
whacker
also
for killing
one-
the thing or the Arcanite for killing the thing?
There are two things to kill.
Oh, both in the same cave?
One's north cave, one's south cave.
Oh, which one is whacker cave?
South Cave.
South cave.
Oh,
Whacker cave.
Hmm.
I say we go south. For reasons.
Foreman Dyrith is also the one that Obus wanted to speak with, so maybe we could work on two birds with one stone.
Sounds great. Sounds like a great plan. As Rick's like taking out his spray paint of like gemstones and shaking it up. He's like, give me a second, guys. Just getting some, get my runes on.
And as we kind of settle in here and like get prepared to like make some moves towards some of these things, let's go ahead and take a nice 15-minute break here, roughly around the halftime ish. So let's return at 10:05. 10:05. See you guys then for the second half of this. Nice. Cool. Got it all fixed up there. Alrighty. Oh, one other thing is you would have started with a backpack. Let me give that to you now, just because at the very least, you don't take the other adventuring gear if you don't want it. But the backpack at least will give you, it goes in your backpack slot, and it'll give you a little more carry weight.
Sure.
So that helps with. I mean, yeah, like that right there, that reduces most of the stuff you're carrying now on you to pretty minimal. So there you go. All right. Well, jumping back into it, you guys have just discussed directions that possibly head in first. So it seems like there's a general course of action, general plan kind of established with the group of where to go overall. But where are we going first? You're muted.
Foreman.
Foreman. All right. Well, he's down here to the south whenever you're ready. You see a rather older looking individual, just based on the look of him. He kind of has a style that is reminiscent of those who live far away in the Dragon Isles, in the middle, just south of the Great Maya Storm. He looks over at you, and he is currently kind of attending to some carpentry. Like, he has kind of like a sawhorse set up, and he is currently, kind of attending to some various, looks like intricate bits of wood cutting for some project. As in, and he turns as you approach. Hello.
Greetings. You are the foreman, yes?
I am. And you are new here.
Some of us are.
I
Perhaps you've seen this one before.
think so. Thought he was specialty equipment.
That's one way of putting it, I think. Do you like being called specialty equipment, Aldegreen?
I don't know. Specialty implies I'm useful, so being useful is good. So yeah, I'm cool with that.
Excellent. He's specialty equipment, and we newcomers.
Well, I suppose you are here to inquire about this. And he kind of goes inside of his tent, and he reaches in for a morning star and comes out with a large black gold morning star that kind of comes up. The hilt is made of a handle made of black and gold, and the pommel has this kind of bright orange, almost amber gemstone that kind of like almost resembles the sun. And the head of this morning star itself does like have a motif of a sun. It is like it's a morning star. It's not like spikes on all side. It is just spikes all around, but it's just the top ledge. But it'd be considered morning star. But it is more like a sun shape, and there are two big spikes on either side for giving a spike that way.
Yes,
it-
it is work precisely. Why are you here? Can I hold it?
He looks.
We were going to
Sunbringer's
help you either
beacon
way, but
is a prized treasure. And you kind of see as he kind of hobbles back, because like as he's been walking, you notice he has like kind of a limp, like part of his leg seems real messed up. And he starts to walk. I think it is time for it to find a new wielder, but someone who is
Me too.
worthy.
oh, very worthy, I assure you.
Deal with the Hydra Lily in the south, and it will be no issue. We need to regain access to our southern tunnel. It is our largest and deepest running vein. We are going nowhere until the Hydra Lily is cleared.
Can you tell us anything about this Hydra Lily? What does it do? Why is it so dangerous? Why is it worth this treasure of yours?
I know little about it, only that the creature, it is like a hydra, has multiple heads, but they are flowers and blooms, like bloom hydra, flowers and lilies and other sort of things. It, well, killed many a man. Didn't have a good chance to study. Very dangerous.
I see.
But one thing to be warned of. In the southern cave, this is how it got the trick on us. It let us come deeper. It is smart. We sent them in, and they went deeper in, and then it used the terrain to get behind us, and most did not escape.
It is very sad. Okay. Hey, there's this thing when I had to shoot laser beams out of its face, fireballs, acid.
Its limbs, they are like big fly traps, and they clamp down and bite, and the vines lash at you and slap at you. And one of the heads did seem to be able to shoot a beam of sorts. Yes.
Oh, I know something about beams. Okay. Good enough. I can see the Red Dead. I want that thing. That stick of yours. Polished and ready to go by the time we get back. Thank you very much.
Nonsense. I will teach you how to use it and all of its secrets.
Great. I would love to learn how to smash things in new ways.
Hmm.
He's gonna grab his morning star and smack it in his hand. It's like, okay, let's go kill this plant.
He holds it up and as he kind of twists his hand in a certain way, you see, and he utters a word. It begins to emit bright light in a 30 and 60 foot radius, or 30-foot radius, and then dim light as he like a torch. And he can do a little more.
Cool. Love it. Very on brand. Love it. Want it. Anyone else have any questions about this thing, or are we just going to fucking send it?
Rick's just in the back, like buffing himself up. He's like spray painting. You can see him buffing spells into himself. Like, no, I'm good to go.
Correct.
The you mentioned that these tunnels are important to you, so if we needed to collapse a tunnel, perhaps to get rid of this beast, would that be a greater loss than simply not finding a solution?
I would prefer the tunnel remains intact. If you do not feel you can keep it intact, it would be preferable you wait until someone more capable comes along.
Understood. And the people you lost, were we to find them at all, would is there anything you'd like for them in your stead?
My mother told me a story when I was growing up. The dead that rise. If you find any of them, burn them. It is customary and it is good to be safe.
It is definitely for a situation like this to be prudent would be an excellent choice.
It will also keep predators away that might scavenge.
Noticed some mine carts around. Are there any tracks in the cave that we might come across, or is this more of a boots and hands situation.
You've seen the tracks. The tracks are these carts are kind of like on big wheels. They aren't as efficient as like if they had a rail could go much faster, but they kind of just drag them along, like, almost like big wheelbarrows. And he looks at you. No, we have not been able to build a rail yet. It would be very efficient, but the resources we have largely go well. You see where they go. And he kind of motions over to the tower. It's all about
Right.
the studies, the minerals that keep this camp afloat. They do not care for.
I see. That is common, I suppose. But
Overly focused, but that is why I am here. I make my plea, I make my case for what work we need, but it is hard to get my case across when mines are infested with monsters.
it's an excellent point.
Very understand.
You mentioned this beast used the terrain. Do you mean it used the terrain in that it perhaps it moved very quickly, but was it coming from beneath you, from above you? It just
It,
ended up behind you?
It seems to have carved itself some flanking paths. 10-foot paths up on the walls that you could that seemed to creep through. I was able to navigate around us pretty easily. So be on your guard, watch your backs, is what I'm saying.
Of course. I appreciate all your
But it did,
information here.
it did just do not seem hindered by walls or at least hinders as much as it would be on the floor. Its vines could pull it, bring it places.
It's a very interesting creature. Not to get excited about that in a situation so dire, but what you've shared is appreciated.
And note, while I know you might be envisioning some big, terrifying monster, it is no bigger than the size of a man. It can hide.
keep that in mind.
Hmm.
But
Be on your guard. I saw too many good men die in that cave. I would hate to see 3 more. And lose a specialized piece of equipment.
we also hope that won't be the case. But I think we do have we have something for you. In fact, unless we've given that away, I thought we were delivering it to you. I was speaking of North and South earlier, but I've forgotten. But Rick, do you still have the Dragon's Tears?
I don't remember ever putting that on a character sheet, so I don't recall having it.
He's talking about the wine that you guys helped make.
Oh yes, I do have that. Yes. Oh yes.
Yeah, this is the foreman that fucks.
Oh yes.
The guy that's cooler than the other guy.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, I got something. Tastes pretty good. I should say. Here you go.
Mm. And he takes the bottle, I presume, or whatever container, and he looks at you. What is this? A gift?
Yeah. This is from the apprentice. I have his name here. Give me a second.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, that fucking guy.
Obus. Yes.
Oh yeah. Obus.
Okay.
He actually made it himself. It's pretty good.
He uncorks it and smells it.
I'm a bit of a connoisseur.
It does smell like home a little bit. He takes a sip. This is quite good, not exactly like my homeland, but it is very close. Albus made this.
Yeah, he made it.
Why? He doesn't seem like the most compassionate individual.
No, man. I mean,
True.
he's trying to pay attention to your likes. He takes an interest in you. I mean, seems like a pretty good guy. I
He
couldn't
hangs
imagine he would
around
like.
and condescends my friends.
Yeah. Well,
He
may-
thinks he is better than us simple workers.
Hey, seems like he respects your opinion. Maybe you should tell him about that. He went through a lot of effort to get this for you.
You think it is worth it to pursue friendship or anything with a man like that?
I mean, he almost got his ass kicked over this bottle.
I will talk to him. Maybe share the rest of this bottle with him.
And for what it's worth,
Why are you so kind? What did he do for you to earn this kindness, this respect?
well,
You say something, Kay? It looked like you were lighting up.
Oh, it might have just been my chair creaking. Sorry.
No.
Oh, gotcha. No, sorry.
well, he helped get us here, and he helped us get in touch with you. Hopefully, we can solve these issues and get that fine whack and stick yours. And maybe, if you don't want to deal with this business anymore, we can talk more when we get back home.
This camp has sort of run its course. I am looking for a change in leadership, this for sure.
I mean, we're looking on putting on an expedition of our own soon.
Oh, true. Exciting one. A dangerous one, admittedly, very dangerous, but definitely exciting.
Well, once the Bloom Hydra lays dead, we can discuss more of this, and after I suppose I go and talk to the apprentice about whatever this is. I hope you're right about him being able to change.
I think a lot of the people here would turn around if he, tried to make up for some of the wrongs he did to the people down here. I think a lot of times he's just misdirecting his anger.
I will tell him this. You are right. Both parts. Well, he takes the old morning star in his hand. Bring me luck one more time. And he starts to walk, hobbling a little bit. He makes his way up the stairs eventually, and he yells to the guard, I need to talk to the wizard. And they open the gate. Thank you. All right.
Rick turns back around with like spray paint on, and when he's armored up, his helmet's on. He's like, "Let's fucking go! I'm all ready to go."
Yeah, let's fucking get it. The star thing.
You all seem very excited to fight. Interesting.
Normally not, but did you see that thing? It's cool.
And when you know it's coming, you might as well just get jacked up for it.
It is a morale thing.
Oh yeah, play your flute.
Oh, okay. Yes. His finger grows out into a flute.
Some sort of battle song,
Battle song.
killing plants, or gardening. Either one.
That's about what I expect out of a flute war song.
Doot, doot, doot. It's that in various tones repeated.
Okay.
Oh, but
This
looks
is
like the
a
group's
void.
moving on over here. If you're following their outer green.
He's playing the flute as he follows behind.
Oh wait.
And you start to go down the slope that goes. There's like a mine shaft starts to kind of go downwards deeper into the ground, underground, I should say.
Oh, wait, this is part of that robot thing. Can you see in the dark?
Good question.
No one's ever asked me this before.
It'll be in your attributes pages,
I don't
just
think
to the
so.
right of like insight.
know.
Let's say senses.
I can't.
Okay. Here
We
I
do
have
actually
this
have to
for you.
turn this up as we enter the cave manually. I think there's a way to like actually set zones as darkness levels, but I'm lazy.
Oh,
Ladaka's gonna reach his
It gets
hand
dark in this cave.
behind Alderguin's head and like pull a little closer and like breathe onto his forehead like he's gonna polish a piece of glass. So I don't think Alderguin can really see. You just see like chin and chest and feel breath. But there's a purple light above you as Hodak is breathing some black light into your head and putting a light on his forehead.
He's like trying to look up because he can kind of see in his peripheral that
He
there's
does
like
lights so I
some
can see
sort of
the ranges.
illumination.
Whoa.
The-
You
Fascinating.
doing light?
It's not the light cantrip. It's a thing I can do
Oh.
racial.
Oh, then what's the radius?
10, 20 dim, 10 brights. Not that lot, but it's fine.
And you said what color?
It's that purple, that like black light color of his.
I'll try to match it based on my memory as much as possible.
also, how do we want to go in there? Because it sounded like this thing can be all around us, so I can watch the front, but I can't do much for the back.
Oh.
Yes, I was trying to think if there's anything we could do to sense something in the walls. I don't have any particularly clever solutions other than trying to listen or feel the wall itself, but
There, that's the color code.
Elder, when you said
nice.
you've been down in the lowlands, you've been to the jungle, so I'm assuming you're prepared for whatever's going to come in there.
Nice. I forgot you can do that.
That depends.
Hmm.
He kind of just looks over all of them. Looks at Hladak.
Mhm.
Wacky, right? That's how you fight? Whacker?
It's sort of like an instinctual thing. It's hard to break. I tend to use a lot of magic, laser beams, that sort of thing. But every now and then you get like a hankering to get in there and really fucking smash something,
Okay.
Notably, Hladaki has a Morning Star, and it's like a pretty, it's pretty worn. It's seen a lot of use. It's like chipped. There's probably like maybe even like an embedded bone fragment or two. He has clubbed a lot of undead with this thing over some years. And then he has a kite shield that has the symbol of Nethys on it, and across his back he has I'm calling it a long flail. It's basically like a pole arm, like a spear shaft, and on the end of it is like a heavy, a chain and a heavy flail head. But the head of the flail seems to be made out of the same material as his scales. It's like this big, like chunky, scaly, solid mass of crystal. It's much more of like a bludgeon things to pieces. It's more like a giant rock on a chain than like a spiked flail. But it's like a long, like a reach weapon, two-handed
And then,
flail with a crystal on the end of it.
gotcha. Before I make the decision, was this the creature that we knew had like acid properties, or is that the other one?
That's the other one. This is something he said. It has vines that like reach out and grab you and fuck with you, and that one of its heads can do a beam attack of some kind.
I could probably trap it if it moves all over the place.
If you can hold things still, boy, do I have a trick for you. I can call a laser beam down from the sky, and if I really want to, I could probably put a hole through a giant's back and burrow down into the core of the planet if I wanted to, but I probably shouldn't. But if you can hold something still in it, extra juicy.
Oh,
I've seen
I
him
have a
do it.
mushroom stick. And he just kind of like
It comes
holds
with that.
out like this like weird kind of like disjointed looking like staff that has like a mushroom on the top and then the bottom ends of it. Mushroom stick.
I like it. It's on brand.
I like it too.
I
They
like the
have names
rolls.
as well.
All right. Well, then he's gonna grab it. I'm gonna punch it. Eric will start moving.
Yeah. And it's important to remember while you guys with dark vision go forward, any perception checks outside of the light is still going to be a disadvantage unless you have some sort of weird shit going on. But while in the light, all good.
Oh wait, what am I doing? I'm so sorry. I'm new to this sort of thing. I forgot what the fuck I can do. Cancel the. I mean, I guess I'll put the light on his forehead anyways. But I can give you guys like mega super duper dark vision. I forgot I can do this. Up to 5 will increase for an hour. So the three of you have 300 feet of dark vision.
Sick.
Yeah. Cladoc's done this, I think, a couple of times with the two of you before, but you guys would know. Like, you guys both have natural dark vision, but like Cladoc's dark vision is like fucking crazy. His just default one is nuts. His like nighttime acuity is some next level shit. Like 300 feet is his default, and he can just share it with you guys. There you go. I keep the light on your head because light is useful, but if we get to a sneaky dicky part, it's useful.
I like the light too.
I do
So
too.
300-foot dim vision for you guys. You can add that to you guys who know how. Go.
Yeah, if you right-click your token on the map, and then click
I've
the little
already
settings
adjusted
wheel,
his, but that is how you do it.
do it in the future, so you can like cast your own light and stuff. There's a vision tab, and you can type stuff in there.
Well,
Sorry, I'm trying. It's just I think it's because I'm using Firefox. It's just going slow.
oh, is that a thing?
I think I just have better results with Edge, but
got
Because I'm
that.
also using
Vision.
Firefox, and every time I click on the cog, it kind of just like freezes.
Try it in browser perhaps. And also make sure you're on
Microsoft
go to configure settings. Just but check, make sure you're on a lower performance mode just in case. Always helps, or sometimes helps. Can help, might help. Who knows?
all right, I'm gonna switch to a different browser real quick.
Up again. Hold on.
Take a quick fiver as you switch. I'm gonna use bathroom as you switch browsers real quick. that work for you, or do you need a different link?
No, I think I'm good.
Cool. Refill my water, actually. I'm taking more advantage of this.
Think I'm just loading in now. Don't know.
Yeah, it's weird you guys might have issues with Firefox. I use Firefox and it works pretty good, but maybe I'm just, Firefox pilled, and if I switch, I'm like, wow, it's so much better.
I always use Firefox too, but I don't know.
I might try a different one at some point to see. But yeah, looks like
It
you're
was just
connected.
that.
So,
Like, it ran fine otherwise.
just as you're kind of coming in, you guys are on the edge of the mines, heading forward.
Yeet. Rick's all buffed up and ready to
Yeah.
rumble.
You may notice there's torches here, but they're not real. Well, they are, but they're just extinguished. They would need to be replaced to work.
Oh, like we couldn't just light them.
Right, they burnt out
Okay.
because they were left behind. No one's been able to
So
replace them.
in vision settings, what would I change to give myself the 300 feet?
300 dim. In vision.
Just because looking is important. What do you think? Should I light a torch?
If you want to, I just don't think it's necessary until we need to, see something in color.
That's true. I like to keep my hands free anyway.
Right.
Hang on, I might have
More
done this
for the
wrong.
project.
Can you just see past that?
We can see
yeah,
it
but
here.
there's a wall on this side, so can't see.
Yeah. Yeah,
we can
I think that's
see
fine.
this.
Yeah,
It's like
that's
pattern
just up
tracing.
on that's up on elevation.
Yeah,
I think that's
that's what
how
I
that's
figured.
supposed to work. But that is 10 feet up, just to let you know. It's like a higher elevated platform, but you do see a crevice that kind of goes through up on this.
Yeah,
Thing.
this dick-shaped thing is what I can see.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm understanding terrain walls now. They confuse me a lot, but now I understand them.
Can Ricky even take a disadvantage look? See what he sees.
Make a perception check.
I'm gonna climb up this.
Yeah, just make yourself 10 feet tall. If you have the are you got a climb speed? If not, just athletics check. You don't see
I'm
shit,
fine.
Rick.
My athletics is
He still
good as
has his
fuck.
sunglasses on.
Yeah, it's a little dark in here. Oh yeah, you get up with a 19, easy.
Oh, I see a few things actually. There is another pathway. I think this bit loops around to the south of us, but over to the east, I see a staircase. I think, or a hole. Can't tell, but it is something I can enter.
Yeah, it's looks like a big fucking hole.
Big pit. Here, I'm going to step 20 feet over here. Just get a look into the south pass.
Good looking out.
Yep, just the south pass. It goes around to the west, but I don't see. I could go look if you want. It would take me a minute tops. It
gotta,
looks like you all
relook
can
at
just continue
this.
around, actually.
Cool.
Just continue around, hug to the right. Yeah, I'll just wait for you guys, actually. Just go around.
You step further in this cave and you see kind of the hole that was being described. It's a just there's like a little bit of a step up here, a little bit of elevation. It's actually two layers of elevation. This goes up a little bit, and then this goes up a little bit more, and then there is this large just
Hole.
chasm hole.
I think this is giant mini golf.
This giant putt-putt.
It's a mega golf, you might say.
Otherwise called golf.
I heard this is a game for losers, where if you get a low score, you supposedly win. Sounds like copium.
Holodog, is that you up there? I just see a
That's
shadowy
me,
figure.
yes.
Okay.
No, that's me. But yeah, it looks like it continues over to the west and then nothing.
Hmm.
Oy.
Yeah, and this is like mined. Looks like a lot of like dried up veins have been kind of mined out here. So you kind of continue. You reach a dead end.
Can we tell what these veins were? Like veins of what?
Perhaps. As this thing falls from the ceiling
Whoa.
and attacks.
Oh. Oh shit, there. That's
Oh.
the thing. Look at this fucking thing. Whoa.
We're gonna roll a surprise round here for you guys.
Oh, I'm so surprised.
So surprise round, is that just initiative with disadvantage?
No,
No,
it just
it's-
means you
you
roll
roll
initiative
normal.
normally, but you guys are surprised. Like you guys didn't notice this creature, you weren't aware of it, and it just fell down from the ceiling. Just to show you what it looks like. This man, it's the size of a man, but it looks like that. And it's fallen down right on behind you, Alderguin, and like it didn't even make a noise when it fell, and it's suddenly just like kind of lurching in on attack at you, there, Alderguin.
I say this in
So-
complete sincerity. Is the spider just part of the picture, or is it also part of the creature?
Is
There
it being
are.
piloted by the tarantula? You
No,
can say
there,
yes.
there are little. There is a little spider kind of riding around on it. It's his little friend, and there are a few like little spiders kind of riding around on it too. Because there
He's
are
like
a few little,
you.
like, I do like the little spider boy,
He's named them all.
but the thing, just the creature here is gonna go ahead. Okay, you know, he. Oh, let me begin combat so I can start timing myself so I don't feel bad. He is gonna unleash two. Yep. He is gonna unleash 4 vine lashes on you.
Unleash is a strong word. Oh, that is a strong. Okay, that's a lot of things. Unleash is the right word.
Is it asking you about a reaction? Okay, yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Good. First one hits. Second one misses. Third one. Oh, these should be at advantage, huh?
Yeah, surprise.
Yep. So
Wait,
actually,
as long as it's before him in initiative.
Yeah, he
and it
is.
is. Yeah.
so actually, the first one would have been with advantage. It would have hit. This is the second one. Let me just. I'm just gonna roll that damage right now, but I'm gonna see if I roll a natural 20 for the second attack. I do actually. So we're gonna undo that, and that's gonna be double damage. And when the second vine hits you, you feel the first one hit you, and then it starts to kind of hold on to you, and the second one hits you again, and it wraps around your leg, and you are grappled. I'm putting that on. He says restrained, but it means grappled. It is going to then make a. How many has it done? It's done 2. Here comes the third one with advantage.
Um,
I don't think you can take reactions, but so if it's asking you, you don't actually have a
No,
choice.
you can't.
Because when you're surprised. But it doesn't know that. I probably could get some like module to make it understand surprise though. But anyways. Let's see. Here's the damage for that. It hurts. And it is also going to use its 4th attack to use its marigold beam from one of its heads. It's the one of the heads as then shoots the fire beam over at you, Satho, while you're surprised too. So it's going to do that with advantage. Natural 20, goddamn, I'm so good at this game. It's just so easy.
I will fire right back as I get an ouchie.
Yeah, it hurts. You take 12 points of
no,
fire damage
reaction.
as it. You don't have a reaction because you're surprised. That's true.
Oh, that's a good call. Thank you.
Cheater. But good call. Good call. Absolutely. I should stop calling people cheaters and say good call when someone calls them out. But because it's never me that calls them out. It's always someone else, and I'm like cheater. That's all I contribute as a DM. I just like damn you. I just point at you and say cheater. That's my role. But yeah. Anyways.
Scum.
Get
off
me,
of my game.
boys. But the one of the mouths opens up and this beam charges and shoots out. And you see, when these mouths open up, they do have a different flower on each one. Right now, there are 4 heads and there are 4 flowers. One is an azalea, one is a dahlia, one is a daisy, and one is a marigold. And the marigold is the one that has blasted you. So, that's his action. That's he's grappling you, and he's gonna start taking you. He can only move at half speed with you right now, but he is gonna take you back, Aldergreen. 5, 10, 15, and you guys see like your new robot friend. You just like see a thing drops behind it, lashes onto it with tentacles, and while it's like pulling him away, it just blasts Athaliath in the back with a blast of fire, and he's just dragging your new robot friend, just being dragged away into the darkness. You guys are all surprised though.
Oh god damn it!
So, Aldergreen,
But
you're
in
surprised.
turn,
Surprise
effects do still
condition
happen.
ends. Does anything matter for end of turn effects for anything here? Let me check.
I don't know if any of that matters.
I think we're good on this case for at least my end of things. But Aldergreen, your turn ends. You're no longer surprised, but that's your turn. Same thing for you, Doc, Satho, and
Yep.
Rick. Back to its turn.
Yep.
It's dragging you even further, and it's gonna actually use its action to dash and take you all the way up this wall. Hang on, I have to calculate this. So it's 15, so it goes up this wall. That's 25 to get here. It's dashing, so it can get just about there, pulling you away. And you guys are both 10 feet up now. Boop, boop. And then it is going. No, that's yeah. It's doing its job well. So yeah, like it's about to get its meal. So well, it thinks it is. Oh yeah, no, it's gonna eat all the bugs inside of you. It totally is gonna get a meal. There's a fucking shit ton of things to eat for it inside of you.
Eat my
Nummy.
bugs.
Aldergreen, it is your turn. You are restrained, and you are like being dragged up the wall by this vine creature that is just taking you away from the people you've just met, and it is lashing at you, and you are hurting.
Well, this doesn't doesn't bode well for me. So for WCX grappling, I have to roll either athletics or dexterity as an action.
That's just raw, but yeah, you can try to break a grapple with a attack. It's one of your attacks to do it,
No,
or
it's
an action. It's just a full action.
Either an action to try to break it, or you can use one of your attacks to try to shove it, which will usually break it.
Right.
Though I saw a thing in WCX. It's a grappling, attacking a grappling creature. When another creature has grappled you, you can choose to attack the appendage it used to grapple you rather than the creature itself.
Whoa.
Which can be useful when the grappler is outside of your reach, or just in general. The appendage has the same statistics as its owner, unless the appendage's statistics are listed separately, such as a roper. When you attack the appendage of a grappling creature instead of the creature itself, the damage you deal is halved. Basically, you can attack the appendage.
Put a screenshot of that in chat.
Yeah, it's it's on
like
the
in the
combat
in-game
rules.
chat.
We might
It's in the
have it.
combat rules. Oh, it's
It's
in
on the
game.
combat-
Fuck, where is
Yeah.
it? That's cool.
Um,
Combat rules, grappling. Oh yeah.
but I mean, I could still based on the wording. I mean, I
Yeah,
could
you
still
can
just
reach
attack
it.
the creature
Not that
itself,
reach. It's a cool thing to make note of.
right?
So
Okay, so
basically,
we
it's saying
want
you
to-
can attack any creature that's grappling you.
Yeah, so if something's grappling you from reach, you can attack the appendage and do half damage.
Yeah. Cool.
But it's also
Cool.
like a cool thing you can do.
That's cool. But
Also, there's a rule there we just forget all the time. They added a rule for moving a creature you have grappled to a different space. It is there. It's just you make a shove check and then you can move it to any space in your reach.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Good to know. But anyways, getting back to it. So your options are: you can attack. You can you still be disadvantaged because you're grappled. Oh no, wait. I don't think grappled actually gives you. I think it just makes you can't
Nope.
move.
It's just speed
you're just
zero.
you just can't move. So you're just being pulled away essentially. But you are up to you what you want to do. It would be an action to try to escape the grapple, but all the grapple's doing to you is putting your speed at 0.
So he's gonna, with his free hand, as he's being grappled, he's gonna hold out his mushroom stick, and he is going to
Activate his spore blade. So the mushroom on each side of the stick kind of slowly open up and like fold into themselves, and it's like green and like yellowish like spore like substance kind of like comes out of both sides in the shape of like a blade basally.
Yeah,
So
like a jagged mushroom blade. Yeah.
right. And
Cool.
Like a
So then he-
dick.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's dick shaped.
yeah.
Nice. Okay, just to clarify my mental image.
I was thinking of a
Nice.
stick with mushrooms
Well-
growing off the side and like that make
Well,
like a
no,
jagged
no.
edge.
Okay, maybe I explained this wrong. So the mushrooms are shaped like dicks. That is correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
that's
Thank
However,
you.
when he activates this, the mushrooms open up like, and there's a hole there, and then a green and like yellow energy kind of comes out of them and makes the shape of like a blade, basically.
I
So it's
see,
like
I
a
see.
double-bladed stick.
like an edge. I gotcha.
Right.
Cool.
So then, using that hand, he's gonna go and just try to like jab it into the creature. And it's disadvantage, you said.
No, it's not. You're not restrained. Just had to make sure. Up. That is going to hit. Seven points of damage. Very nice. Good hit.
Yep, and I use my bonus action for Spore Blade, so pretty sure that's all I can do.
You got it. All right. That's going to bring us to the next turn. That's going to bring us to Ladak's turn.
No, I just got paid. He's gonna run the line.
Believe it or not, you'd think that because he has bug friends, he would also be my friend, but he's not, so please help me.
I'm coming, little buddy.
I'm gonna steal his bugs.
Okay, let's move to. Then I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon. And then attack it.
Did you put it on the field already, your spiritual
No,
weapon?
I'm about to. It just
Okay,
it
cool.
rolls it right when I cast a spell. So he tries. Where is? Let's put him here.
There you go.
Yeah, little black and white masks of Nethys. It's like floating in the air. It looks like it's like suspended with little purple energy, and then it like camera flashes with like a UV light and tries to blast this thing and fail. And then as my act, I'm going to let's Zvook his ass.
Swook.
Zvook.
And I think it did the damage automatically.
Yeah, it'll do a save.
Cool. And yeah, and he fails and he does the save and he takes a little bit of damage there. Yeah, looks like he's hurt up a little bit. Anything else for you?
That is everything.
You got it. Satho.
Ironwood is like very dense, right? It's very heavy.
What is? Ironwood?
Ironwood.
Fairly.
That
Actually,
weighs
I think
300
it's actually the
pounds.
cool thing about it is it's like light as wood, at least. So wood's heavy in that sense, but it'd be the same like density of weight wise as wood.
Yeah, I weigh 298 pounds specifically.
Nice.
Well, let's see if this Hydra can carry 1.6 tons. Because I would like that robot to be slightly larger.
I wish for it to double in size and octuple in girth.
Make that a big robot.
Big dicks.
Yeah, up to you if you're resisting. Well, it's actually not up to you if you're resisting because it made you automatically save and you failed. So even if you were resisting, you're going big.
Oh, that looks sick. That character art as a big token looks good.
Mhm.
Excellent. Well, let's see if it can hold a large robot. And I would like to go invisible because I am a little bit afraid.
Oh yeah, this will give you advantage on all these checks against breaking out if you wanted to. You also get more damage. Let's see, Rick. It's your turn.
Much like Rick did with the one bug, he is kind of getting into a racer's position, and then he is casting Expeditious Retreat on himself, and then he is going. We're gonna go up here. Can I climb up here?
Athletics check if you don't have a climb speed.
Okay. He will athletics. And you know what? He'll expend a use of his armor to give himself at his int score.
Whoa.
Boop.
Oh yeah, easy enough. 10 feet up. And you have the movement. It's 10 feet of movement. It's actually 20 feet of movement because double your movement. with climb.
Okay, so I'm at 45. I'm at 40 because of Long Strider, and then I have so I'd be at 80 with the bonus action dash.
Okay.
So this is 20. So there's about 65. Can I get behind him? Oh, I'd have to run through. You're too big.
So yeah,
I am
the
large, yes.
just the calculation too. Like going up 10 feet is gonna be 20 feet. So
I know. So I'm at 65 if I go up 10 feet.
yeah, then wherever you can move from there.
Well, it's just I don't know if I can fight in his and then I can move. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, we'll do that. I think I have the movement for that.
Yep.
Beep. And then we're just gonna punchy punch.
Yeah, you have 80 feet, right?
Yeah. And it didn't give me the damage. Oh, there it goes.
Goes after
And this
reaction.
is 1d4 lightning added and 5 for charger. Boom.
Boy.
Ooh, big damage as you hit it. 20 points of damage.
Yeah.
As you hit with 20 points of damage, you actually burst one of the vines that's holding him, and it breaks. That head dies, and it falls off, and it withers. That was one of his. That was which fucking one does this?
Yeah, I like the idea of Rick running up as fast as he can, hitting it. The lightning strikes first, and then the thunder just explodes it from the inside.
It's pretty metal.
Yeah.
Rick's pretty middle.
And then we got another
seen his
attack
character,
anyway.
right? Come on.
Unless. Ooh, doing something.
Hang on.
Okay.
So I forgot to do this. Oh, this thing's fucking complex. Anyways, when you would have attacked at Outer Green, you did hit it, right?
Yeah.
You did.
Mhm.
You do take 5 poison damage, but you're resistant to poison, so you take half that. Apply half damage, and Rick, you also take 4 points of. Are you resistant?
Yes.
Half. You take half that then. When you do this, you see from the azalea vine, nectar kind of puffs out as you hit it, and within your 5 feet of it, and you get a little bit of poisonous nectar on you. But then you destroy that azalea. That's
Sick.
the one I was grabbing him, and the azalea dies. So no azalea head. Now all the heads that remain are the dahlia, daisy, and marigold. Rick.
Yeah.
That's it.
Nope. Okay. He's
For
got
me.
another bash.
Cool.
2. All right. And then he's got to move, so he provokes.
He does. And then it is going to still has it's gonna make a oh, actually, no, it doesn't. It has a 10-foot reach. You haven't stepped out of the 10-foot reach yet.
Okay. Cool. All right. That's it.
But cool. It's going to bring us to its turn. It is going to then. Its Daisy begins to spray out. Its Daisy mouth opens its mouth and sprays out all this pollen that begins to kind of cover its back, and you see the pollen begins to kind of come to touch some of the wounds and begin to close up ye olden wounds. Two. Also, this is happens.
Do you have to be wild shaped to do?
I think it just
It
gets more powerful when you are.
is.
Yeah.
Okay. It is going to unleash. Does it have this? No. Cool. Oh, if it gets that. God, this is a cool monster, but it's complex. All right. 1.
Is it if it gives me the damage roll, does that mean it failed it automatically?
No, just
It'll always
roll
give you
damage.
the damage roll, so always
Yeah.
roll it.
Basically, whenever you attack something or do a save or whatever, it'll always give you damage. And if you just roll it, it'll automatically apply it if it works, or it won't apply it if it doesn't. So just always roll your damage.
Yep.
Gotcha.
What kind of damage was that? Necrotic?
Necrotic.
It doesn't seem to do as much as you thought, but it does a minimum damage of 1.
So in some way, it's exactly what you thought.
So it's exactly what you thought in a lot of ways.
But also,
Uh,
kind of not.
So 1 lash hits you.
He has disadvantage to attack anybody but me.
Mhm,
Oh,
'cause
I
they're gone.
already said that attack was coming at him, so I'll roll another one to see. That's a natural 1, so that second one doesn't actually hit you. But he is then gonna unleash his 2 attacks against you. Last 2 attacks against you, Rick.
Okay.
1.
Oop.
That's a hit. 2. Oh, and that's a miss. And he does miss, so he is then going to move back here, provoking attack of opportunity from you. Oh, you've already used your reaction because you did the poison thing, so he doesn't invoke an attack of opportunity. And he is going to back.
Did he let go?
Here. He let go because the head got destroyed, so
He's fucking off.
the grapple dead end.
Nice.
You don't see this, Rick,
Oh.
but Alderguin, you're the only one that sees this. No, I mean, you saw the whole thing. You just don't see this. What I was about to say, Alderguin, you see the creature as it like jumps off and land or jumping off this platform and kind of like jumping down to the ground below, where Rick had destroyed one of its heads. 2 more heads whoosh, like jump out of that place, and now it has 5 heads. I need to see one thing here. Okay. Neither of those are those, and then you see, as it goes down, it sprouts another marigold head. And a dahlia head. Whoop, as it jumps down. And it has 5 total heads now. Cool. It gets there. That's its did its attacks, Jim did its movement. Yep, that's gonna bring us to Alderguin.
He's not very friendly. He gonna. Can I move up here? Like, am I too big?
You can fit through that area. You would be squeezing though because it's you would have to like crouch through here, so you're gonna move at half speed while you're in this middle bit. So this would take an extra 5 feet. This would take an extra 5 feet, but then when you're out, you're good. So it'd be 10 extra feet from wherever you're going. You just add 10 feet, so 25 feet to get there.
Damn.
So first thing he's gonna do is he's gonna hold out his hand, and there's like a rumbling on the ground beneath where the creature is.
Mm.
And then little like plants, vines, and stuff like that are gonna like sprout out from the ground beneath where the Hydra is. And
You
then
can hit the place measure template to like actually put it where you want it, because I
okay.
think it does make it rough terrain, so we need to be able to see where it is. Yeah, nice. Cool.
Oh, whoops. I don't know what I just did there.
That's okay. I'll just get rid of that one for you. You're all good. Cool. It does succeed its strength saving throw. But it this is still all gonna be rough terrain for it.
And then after he casts that, he's gonna point his mushroom stick at the creature, and where that energy was originally at, it's kind of gonna like disconnect for a second and start flying towards the creature, and it's gonna take the shape of a hand and
That's also an action.
it's a bonus. Or it said it was I could oh. Hold on a second. Yeah, I had 2 different ideas of what I was going to do in my turn, and I mixed up which one was the action, which one was the bonus action. So instead, that entity, instead of turning into a hand, is going to kind of take like the shape of almost like a hive. And there's going to be like little tiny spore, like bug creatures like flying in and out of it, just kind of like a beehive shape almost, of this like green and yellow energy. And it is going to and I'm gonna place it.
That's
right
another
there.
old spell.
Cheater. See, I told you I'd
Yeah.
do it.
Huh.
You probably have a ton of reactions. I don't know if you have a ton of bonus actions.
Bonus action starved.
Well,
You could have done the Spore Touch and Healing Spirit if you didn't do the Entangle, but yeah,
Right.
two-level
Right.
spell.
Yeah, 2-level spelled things will get you sometimes.
yeah. Well, I guess I mean
Lot
I
of
don't have
money.
anything else I can do then. So
Just make sure
Alrighty.
that your Healing Spirit didn't consume your spell slot.
Looks all good in here. You only have one spell slot spent for Entangle, which is correct. Cool.
Rick will ask, which way is it going? Left or right?
right.
Nice. I'll head it off.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Dad.
Okay.
Father!
It's going to bring us to Hladak.
Right, okay, then I'll go that way. I'm going to. I can't see where it is, so I'm just gonna shot in the dark this thing. I'm gonna have Spiritual Weapon move 20 feet. Oh, there's a wall. What?
Because your spiritual weapon's not 10 feet up in the air, technically.
Sorry, let me double check the distance. Can I move it 20 or 30?
I think it's 20. I think
Just
it's like a
20.
weirdly low amount. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so I'm gonna move here. That's 20 feet, and I'm going to attack this space.
You hear a go off in the distance, but
Yeah.
you don't feel your spiritual weapon connect anything meta wise.
Okay, and then he's got to go this way, and then I'm going to action dash. This way. There it is. Yeah, Hladak is specifically here to try to prevent it from going down a hole. And that is my turn.
Cool. It's going to bring us to Satho.
All right. Got to run. So we're going to move. And then we'll dash. And we will go invisible once more.
Classic Satho.
Sick moves. Let me make sure I use the charge. And I will hold what's the turn order? I will hold a cantrip for my action.
You got it.
I'm going to hold Mind Sliver.
Cool. And that's going to bring us to Rick.
Yeah. Rick will climb back down if he can, or he'll just take the jump. I don't know if 10 feet does anything.
I think you're good. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
'Cause, like you could like drop on the ledge, grab the ledge, and then drop 5 feet theoretically. Yeah, it makes sense.
All right. That's his first movement. And then, yeah, he will dash. I actually think I'll kind of hug the wall here. So we'll go there.
Okay.
And I see he's got 10 more feet. Yeah, we'll kind of go here. Well, actually, would this give any sort of cover, this wall here, this rock?
Yeah, like it's visible, and I was just noticing that, but like you could see where it's probably not supposed to
Okay,
be.
cool.
Where like yeah. This
All
should
right, then
come
yeah,
up
he'll
more.
go forward, kind of see it, and kind of go back, because he knows he's kind of spent. That'll be it.
Cool.
Hoarfrost.
You got it. It's gonna bring us to the Bloom Hydra's turn. Ow! You heard it with Hoarfrost.
I didn't mean to.
Owie.
Also forgot Hoarfrost scaled.
It is going to, on its turn. Well, sees you kind of coming around there. It's gonna let off a marigold blast at you, Rick. And let's see, you have half cover, so I'm gonna do a -2 on this attack. And yeah, the blast, you just duck behind the wall, and it is going to dash, or not dash, but it's gonna use 10 feet to get there. Then it's gonna use, let's go up 10 feet, so it's gonna use 10 more feet to go up. 20, and then 5 feet to get there, 5 feet to get here. And it's about to unleash 4 more vine attacks. It has 5, so you saw that like each head was able to like do something. So the 5th head was able to shit out a blast, and now the other 4 are able to make attacks.
Shit out a blast.
Yeah. Bam. Bam.
Give me 1 second. I'm assuming this can only be used on like spells and such,
Yeah,
right?
it's
Yeah,
it has
one
to
of those
be a yes.
In that case,
The spell captures some of the incoming energy, which I believe refers to energy damage, which is like
Yeah, it has a very set list of damage.
yeah, it's like elemental damages.
nice. Take
Very
that
nice.
1 damage.
He does. That was 2 of its attacks. And did the second one do the? Yeah, it did. Good. Good. And here's the third. Oh, with the 2 attacks, he does grapple you as well. The 2 vines once again wrap again around you, so you are grappled once more.
Guys, I'm pretty sure he's just around this corner. We got him right where we want him.
We got him right where we want him. And then here comes the 4th attack.
I don't think he likes the robot.
Oh, and this is you're he's like wrapping around you, trying to crush you, but you're just a little too sturdy, and he's not able to crush you with this 4th one. And that's gonna be his turn, and it's gonna bring us to Aldergreen. You're getting fucking and captured by this thing. It's like wrapping around you. Its heads are biting at you. They're trying to crush you and slamming at you. It's hurts. Shit hurts.
Sad day.
Oh, but it's your turn.
So it is. Another dumb, haven't played in forever, still remembering things question. You can use touch spells on yourself, can't you?
Depends on the
Yep.
wording, but as long as it says like the creature you touch or whatever. It depends on what
As
it
long
says,
as it
but
doesn't
typically,
say an ally, then you're good.
yeah.
But yeah, like 9 times out of 10 with touch spells, you can do them on yourself.
Yeah. It says a creature you can touch. Yeah.
Gotcha. Sorry, this is my first time playing a druid, so I'm still getting used to
worries.
all of my
And
options.
you feel free to like kind of like run us through your thought process while you run through it if you need, because like we can help you get if you start going towards something and get stuck or whatever. We can help you get through it.
Alrighty, so I am going to.
Both Mukri and myself are actively playing druids right now in other campaigns. So
That's funny. Going to expend a wild shape to use my symbiotic entity, give myself the 20 temp HP, And
Got
as
it.
far as visually, kind of how this works is there's like different parts of Aldergwin that like kind of like holes start to kind of like just burst out of him, like where the green light from his power source is kind of like seeping out of the holes that are coming through, and the light starts to kind of like envelop his like physical shape.
Heck yeah. And yeah, you feel significantly healthier now with how low your health was.
And then he is going to take his shroom staff and never mind, because that's an action. Crap. I'm action starved.
That is my
Okay.
pain.
Oh yeah, wait, what? The symbiotic entity is the action to start
Yeah.
that? That's what it was. Yeah, we talked about changing that to a bonus action because it's silly that it's not. Because yeah, this is the issue where it's like I have my 20
You
health.
start combat losing your first action. Sucks.
Yeah.
And right
sucks.
here, even like in the middle of action, like now he's using action and he's just gonna get hit again to take the damage he just kind of put on himself. Or it's a little janky.
And when you lose those temp HP, you lose
the
the whole
effects.
wild shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
so
like,
it-
oh,
it-
action is to
it
do the
shortens
thing,
itself.
Now fucking hit me and maybe just remove
And
it.
maybe
actually
remove
just
it
cancel the
immediately.
turn. Yeah.
Let's make that a bonus action for now because that's something I wanted to do anyways.
I've been
With
saying.
Gragomir. At least that
Yeah.
one. At least that one on Spore. Spore specifically.
One where like you kind of have to wild shape in like every combat, like that.
And you lose it, yeah.
Is like based around.
No,
Let's make that a bonus action for now, and then we'll see how that goes.
The subclass wild shapes need to be bonus
For me.
action.
Well, in that case,
We'll
then
think
I'm
about
going
that.
to once again hit him with the old spore blade. Just kind of lifts it up like kind of like a javelin and goes to just shove it into the head or one of the heads. So that would be
Oh, that is unfortunately a miss.
all right. Well, I guess that's
That'll
all for
do
me
you.
then.
Yeah. It's gonna bring us to Ladakh.
Rick, is it there?
Uh,
I saw it, and then it left to the left.
Rick peeks around the corner. And he's like, I see your mask. Oh shit, it's up top again.
Right. I'm gonna move them here.
You gotta get the 10 feet again because
Yeah.
it just go up 10 feet. So it
Here,
yeah.
and I'm gonna attack
You're like right on top of him.
here.
yeah,
I'm
boy,
attacking
you
whatever's in
sure
that
do.
space.
All right.
Oh no! Oh, that's the.
You got to target. You got to target
God.
old Outer Queen, the boy, and go ahead and
I
make
can't
an
see his
attack.
token, so here we go.
Oh, you have to fucking target it. That's okay.
I don't think I have anything targeted. If I do, I can't see
do.
them. So
You have the
Okay.
thing. You have the thing target. Target yourself and then target. Yeah, there you go.
true. Okay,
And
so
then
I
you
deal,
see
if that hits you, pink.
it does not. So he is a little thicker boy than the 15. So yeah, you see this mask flies up to you though in front of you, Aldergween, and like it looks like it does. Looks like how it does right here. It's a little floating mask, and then its eyes kind of illuminate like a flash of a camera and just right into your face. You manage to shield yourself in time, and it doesn't hurt. But
Evil construct.
You hear like echoing down the cave thing, Sladok in the background, and Shubanya! And flashes. Oh, sorry. Probably. And then he's gonna go back this way. I'm going to head it off again. What the fuck is this thing? God damn it. I'm gonna go to here, and then I'm gonna climb.
Oh, when you took damage, you have to make concentration. Oh, did you take damage? Have you taken damage, Aldergwin? I think you have.
What's up?
You make a
Concentration on the
concentration
entangle.
check on your entangle. I think you've only taken 1, 2 damages, 3 damages.
He got grabbed again, I think. So at least 2.
Let me see. I'm
Yeah,
just
you got
seeing.
hit twice.
Twice. I'll say 2 saves then. 2 concentration saves.
That's
You're
my
good. Oh, that's
athletics
not
to
you.
climb.
Yeah, you're all good.
How do I roll a concentration check specifically?
It's just
Uh,
Constitution
just
saving
con
throw.
save.
Hit the word Constitution on your attributes page.
That's a one good one. Make another one.
I will just say, if this cuts it short, Rick will ask you to drop it. Like, can someone get these vines out of the way?
No. Fuck you, Rick.
Okay, I can't get around
Fuck you,
them.
Dad. I do what I want.
So can I just drop them at any point?
You
that
can
I
stop
want to?
concentrating whenever you want, and if it's a concentration spell, you can stop concentrating whenever you want to drop a spell. If it's not a concentration spell, you can't. But with concentration spells, you can.
Alright, I will do such then.
Thank you.
My plant friends shall retreat for now to fight another day
That they do.
and maybe accomplish
Oh.
something the next time.
Right.
Oh, and Rick will also say, Satho, I'm gonna try to bring him to me, so maybe just come this way.
Or sure. Do you have eyes on him?
He peeks around. Yeah, he's up there.
Excellent.
Got more heads now. It's weird.
Not excellent.
Spooky. We should ignore it.
I'm gonna punch more of them off.
I'm gonna break more of his heads. That stupid fucking
There's
idiot.
more heads to
Ooh.
fucking punch.
That's all your turn, little doc.
Oh yeah, sorry. It was bonus action to blast, and then I moved and dashed to
That's cool.
climb.
You got it, Satho. It's your turn.
All right, I'm going to start moving. Just so
Oh,
I
I
can-
think it said, Rick Jr., get behind me. It wants to kill you. I know you're grappled, but like figure that out and then come this way.
Okay, I do. I can actually see this creature beneath beneath the mask. It's wearing the mask.
There, I'll move him up just there, but to note he is actually above the floating above the blue
Oh, I
Hydra.
put it to 10-foot elevation, so it's level with this. You know what I mean?
Great.
Because it's up 10 feet, this little shelf thing.
Oh yeah, it's just where it would be occupying the same space literally, and I don't think it can like exist inside of things.
No, it can't. Yeah, so it would have to move.
Cool.
Well,
So
I'd very
Satho.
much like it to stop moving, so I'm going to
Probably.
draw on my hit dice. I'm going to draw on 3 hit. Yeah, 3. Yes. To raise the DC by 3,
Ooh, that's good.
So cool.
and as the sort
That
of
is
like
cool.
just the flesh around my eye and the tips of my hair go white and shrivel as I try to give it a little mind whip with DC 18. Or not 18, because we lost a little bit, so it would be DC.
I thought for a split second that was like a mind sliver fucking, and I was like, you're using like fucking all these resources for a catch-up? That's badass. That's badass shell. But no.
No, it is DC 18. 15 plus 3.
DC 18 int save?
That's correct.
Oh no, why did you have to do that?
So I want it to stop moving.
Holy shit. It rolled a natural 16, which is a failure.
The damage didn't show up, but it's 3d6, so let's just roll it this way. Not very much damage, but the
His
the point
brains.
is the reaction. Oh, and the movement action bonus action.
Yeah, that's good. That's real good. I'll put radioactive on him.
Excellent.
Anything
as the
else for
eye
you, Santa?
flashes.
what did I
I'm
just
going to
do?
use a bonus action again. I feel like I shouldn't be seen here. And I'll go invisible again. And that's
you
my
got
turn.
it. Rick, it's your turn.
Well, run up. Boop, 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 boop. And then he wants to right here. I want to try to actually I think I have to be here. I want to try to hook it down with where do you think you're going?
Where do you right.
Strength saving throw.
It needs to make a strength saving throw. Okay. Oh, natural 20 on that one.
Okay, never mind then. That is it. Oh wait, actually, I will boost my shields up again.
You got it. That's gonna bring us to
Oh, wait,
the
no.
creature.
I'll Horfrost
Oh yeah.
again.
You Frost, and then the creature. It is.
Oh, did you lose Horfrost?
No, actually, I was gonna post that in chat. I still have Horfrost, so I'm still gonna do the bonus action armor.
It's gonna move over and bring you down this way. It's gonna fall off of the drop here, which just hopping down. I don't think this actually is gonna hurt you guys. I'm gonna check.
What if 1.6 tons falls on it?
Mhm.
I forget this freaking robot's just like smashing around in here, weighing a shit ton, and this creature's
You get
still
an
like dragging
extra-
him around.
You get an extra D4 because of your wild shape.
You're right.
Motherfucker, I gave you the choice of action, bonus action, or move, and you fucking kept moving.
Oh, that's right. It's action, movement, or bonus. I forgot about that. Well, I guess he chose to move because I forgot he could only do that. He was going to do more, but he's going to choose to move, I guess. Yeah, fuck it. I'll stick with it. That's
Stop
right.
moving. No.
No.
Fuck you.
I choose to move. In that case, let's see. How far has he gone? He's gone about 10 feet. Bringing you here. Bringing you here. Bringing you here. Gets you right there. Whoop. Whoop. All right. That's his turn for now. Alderguin, what are you doing?
So, still entangled, he's just gonna go once again, just straight up try to javelin it with the shroom blade.
Oh, that's an unfortunate miss.
Oh no.
That's gonna. Oh, anything else for you?
Now I should be able to use that.
Have you've been doing your spore Halo spore? Yeah, cool. Oh, it just rolled one again. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's rolled one every single time.
Yeah, let me know when you're doing that because for some reason it's reducing the damage to 0, which it shouldn't do that. But because it's trying to half it, but it shouldn't. Oh, why?
So, healing spirit thing, same thing. Swarm creates like a hive kind of like in his next to him that they kind of start to like flock to him and so on and so forth.
All right. Anything else for you?
Where did you put it?
All right. I need to give you a. Let me give you like a little. I'm just gonna make a copy of this for now, and then I'll make it green.
Cool. Also, you can put it into your own space or a creature's space, so that when they start their turn, they immediately get healed with it. You can do that because it doesn't say an unoccupied space. Because if anytime something moves into
okay.
it or starts their turn, they immediately get a heal. So you can just put it directly on someone so that it works right at the start of their turn.
I would like to put it on myself, then I misread that.
All good, do
That it is. Anything else for you?
That'll be it.
It's gonna bring us to Hladak.
Yeah, I can see it. Oh, there we go. That works. Go here.
Oh, I forgot to do its daisy regeneration. There, did it real quick. Cool. It does still have a daisy. Still spraying that pollen on itself.
One of these days.
Damn, there's some low rolls in a row. That is a miss.
Mac's gonna go here. Oy. Okay, let's do. I thought I had enough movement. I don't. Trying to think of any way I can get this fucking grapple off of you. Oh, I have a plan. This is a stupid plan, but maybe this could work. If I grapple Alderguin
Mhm.
and then move him,
We would consider like a tested athletics check between like tug of war, essentially.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
maybe.
You are brawny.
I'm so fucking brawny. It would be so easy. And I could throw him even next turn. No, this is dumb. This isn't working for anyone, so he's just gonna, fucking. He hasn't used this spell in a long time. Spree of vodka, baby.
Disintegrate.
Bull.
The classic. Whoa.
That's pretty good.
Let me. Doesn't matter there because that does hit him. Whoa.
This much radiant damage.
Whoa.
Damage. Whoa.
Another head slams, and let me just see which one it was. And one of the Dahlia heads is destroyed, and it falls off.
What have each of the heads done so far? The Marigold is the laser beam or the fire beam. What's the other ones?
The Daisy, shoots pollen, and the Dahlia, you haven't seen it do its thing yet.
I thought it spread poison.
I think that was the Azalea.
Okay.
Yep, that was the Azalea nectar for the poison. Which
Sorry,
doesn't have
what's the
anymore.
pollen one?
The pollen one is Azalea, but it doesn't have one anymore.
Okay, so the only ones we know is the Marigold Fire Beam and the Azalea Poison, and all of them can do this grapple thing.
Yep, that's just the vines. Like that's what's hitting with its neck essentially. That's just it slapping. It's the default thing.
Okay. And whenever these heads grow back, are they just normal ones, or are they growing back as these other kinds of heads?
They grow back at different flowering types. It seems.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah, that's my turn. The next attack on it has advantage.
Okay. That's gonna bring us to Satho.
I'm gonna keep running down the cave. It wouldn't stop running away. Oh, I can barely see it. I imagine it has 3/4
Like
cover.
3/4 cover at that point. Yeah.
Gotcha. Are we able to target specific heads, or is it more of a...
You could if you wanted to.
Excellent. I would like to shoot magic missiles at the Daisy.
All right. Go ahead and roll damage.
Wow.
You need a few more darts.
I do.
Wow.
Why?
Oh,
Wow.
sort of the opposite of the Halo and Spores.
Wow.
5, 10, 14. Okay, 14 damage. That you see, the head is hanging on by a sliver, but then, with the sustained damage, it managed to you did just a little under to be able to sever it. But you see, it kind of reconnects itself. It seems it needs to take that damage all at once to sever that head. But you were close. You were very close.
They are all at once. Magic missiles simultaneous.
No, I mean
It's like a
on
one
the.
damage back.
I mean, you needed to do more damage on the same turn. You need to do more damage than what he did. Yeah.
Which actually, that's a fun thing that I think we've been ruling. I didn't know this until recently. Magic missiles considered one batch, so that wouldn't cause 3 concentration checks. It would be 1 concentration check for the
Huh.
damage total
True.
because
That's
they're
important.
simultaneous.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas like
makes
Scorching
sense.
Ray, it's sequential.
3. That makes Magic Missile way less of a mage killer. Like, way less
Yeah.
of a mage killer.
Excellent.
Anyways, fun facts.
That is fun.
And I will continue with my cowardly becoming invisible. And
You got it.
its turn.
If it works,
Rick.
it works.
You see Satho unleash magical bolts once more. His specialty, almost. He does have a lot of magical bolts he throws out.
Once again, vroom. And then we're gonna punchy, and I've got advantage because of guiding bolt.
Yes.
Okay. Whoop. 20.
Damn. Nice hit.
And then this is an additional 1d4 lightning and 5 for charger.
I assume this mask is supposed to be like 5 feet in the air.
Oh, it still said
Uh,
10 if it.
I was wondering.
No, I don't think it can be that high up. Sorry, I don't think it can
Oh.
fly. I don't know. Let me check.
I think it just hovers.
Last for duration. It's a floating on a bonus. I can move up to 20 feet. I think it can.
It's just floating.
fly.
I've always
Yeah.
assumed it fly. Yeah.
No, it'll be 10 feet in the air because it can attack from there.
I apologize, Oog, even though it's. I tried to make it. It's not adding it. So also this for Hoarfrost.
Gotcha.
So 22.
And 5 feet in the air, because 5 feet is, of course, right above you.
oh,
Exactly.
that's because I'm putting it in versatile. My bad.
No worries. So it takes 18, 19, 20, 21 damage? 20, 21? 2?
22.
22?
Yep,
22
22.
damage? Ooh, and you see another head is severed, but it is nearly death with that punch. That is huge damage.
And well,
Is that the daisy that was severed?
Oh, good. You didn't say which one you specified to
didn't
attack against, so
Okay.
I'm just gonna. So it's determined randomly.
all right. Well, then this next
so
one
it
will be
still
for
has
the
one.
daisy,
This would be the Dahlia that you destroyed, though.
and then he'll.
But
I think I have a bonus action, so he'll Hoarfrost up, and he'll do it again. This time with normal. 15.
15 does hit, but it's gonna use. Oh, it just lost to Dahlia. I can't use this reaction. Okay, never mind.
Oh, sick.
It lost to Dahlia, so it was going to use its Dahlia to parry that, and it would have been able to parry that, but it can't because it is fucking gone. So how do you want to do it? As you
Oh.
like destroy the Dahlia, it's like moving the Dahlia to intercept
yeah.
one of your blows, and then you just break it in half. What do you do to finish it?
Yeah, Rick once again just chasing this thing all around. When he finally gets up to it, he is just loaded up this fist so completely that when he like finally gets in front of it, he like stops. He swoops down to get all the power in his mighty dwarven hips into it, and just gives a quick right in both of the two heads that just
He
explode.
walks up, fucking Henry Cavill's, reloads
Yeah.
his forearms, and
Yeah.
says,
And he it scatters into pieces. The bugs inside go flying all across the cavern floor, but the creature lies dead.
That's worth a stick.
"Oh, my little robot friend, I don't." Actually, I'm gonna. Okay, oh, this is a lot more healing. I'm gonna do this, and I'm just gonna start zapping kids with. So I get how many of these?
Oh, how long does
I
Healing
get-
Spirit last? Because before you do that, he has
Oh.
Healing Spirit up, so you might want to let him Healing Spirit
True.
himself and
I
stuff. too.
have 5d6 of healing to do if we're letting it just kind of do its whole thing.
Yeah, just stand in and see how high it
Now
gets
that
you.
the
See if I need to
combat's
burn this.
over.
Good call.
What does your Healing Spirit look like, by the way?
It's the hive.
It's like a hive. It's like that same kind of like black, green, and yellow energy that surrounds like his spore staff, except it's kind of in the shape of like a beehive, and it's shaped like a hive, and it has like little tiny spores that are like insect-like in movement, kind of swarming around it.
Yeah, and then you see as you're like standing in the hive, and the hive kind of like floats around the. Like almost like think like the swarm's like carrying the hive around with it. Actually, that's how it moves. If you want to move it, it kind of comes over to you and fills you. Some of the insects start flying out and like kind of flying into your various interworkings of your body, and kind of like they start spitting this like goo, this spiritual goo on you that seems to kind of meld your parts back together. It's refreshing.
Did that.
Spiritual weapon eventually disappears. Healing weapon, this healing spirit disappears.
So hold on. It healed you for 19 total.
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm still gonna do the thing. Wait, no, you're only injured now. No, I said badly injured. Never mind. Let's do a small.
Oh, might want to still hit him with it because I'm ready to go fight the other thing now.
All right. Low enough where I don't want to use the big boy.
Gotcha.
Actually.
As the conversation
you're
kind of
fine.
unfolding, and he's free now, right, Alderwin?
Mm.
So after
Correct.
he's healed, he kind of stands there for a second, and then his green eyes kind of start to shift and kind of
Shit.
flicker.
I thought
And
you
they
said
turn.
shit too. I thought you were
Yeah, they
playing a thing
His
from my
eyes
playbook.
just
So they
fucking
start to
shit.
kind of like flicker until they turn like a bright red, and he takes his spore staff still with the blade on each side, and he walks up to the dead creature and just starts viciously stabbing it over and over again. And he's just, I am the superior ecosystem, and he just keeps stabbing it over and over and over again. And then after he's done, he kind of puts his staff in the ground, he reaches down, and then are the spiders still hanging out on it?
Yeah, the various little spiders kind of come crawling out, and they look at their dead ride, and they're like, "Damn, sucks."
So he picks one of the spiders up and kind of just stares at it for a second. And then he kind of just puts it on his shoulder, and he starts picking up the other ones and putting them on his shoulder. My friends now.
They start to like build a little bit of a webs and find their ways into your interworkings to join the ecosystem, as it were.
Kind of just looks to the group. That
You're
thing
a little
sucks.
sociopath.
But it failed.
Yep.
Well,
What? His eyes shift back to green.
he's real dead now.
Wow. I'm going to scoop the rest of it and drag it out to the foreman.
Is everyone okay? You guys seem weird.
Are you?
I'm a little beat up, but I feel fine. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Wonderful. Great. Well, keep up that same energy.
I am the superior ecosystem.
Yep.
Rick's gonna take one of the heads that like kind of explode. He's be like, "Here, I got you a flower."
Is he
Which
giving
one
it
do
to
you
me?
want?
Yeah,
Do you
he's
want
giving it to
you want a
you.
bit of azalea, a bit of dahlia,
yeah, the
daisy, marigold?
daisy,
The daisy.
and then once you have the daisy, you'll be, you can really say he's pushing up daisies.
No, fuck off.
Okay, let's go get the stick.
That was a pun. I
It sure
recognize
was.
that.
Dad puns.
That was
First
a
gift.
mistake.
From my father. But it's not my birthday. But thank you, Dad.
Mhm.
And he kind of just like, he like holds the daisy up and he kind of like puts it towards like his branch, like twig hair, and two little tiny little vine like branch like structures kind of come out and they like grab it and they like affix it to the back of his hair. So now he's got a little daisy in his hair.
Now he's all dapper. Rick will help drag the corpse thing.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. It's not too big.
Oh, well, he's wrong.
Yeah, you
He
guys
doesn't know that.
exiting the yeah, if you're exiting the cavern, you can exit the cavern whenever you're ready.
Clodoc's trying to drag like the remain, like I guess the bigger chunk of this thing's body, as long as it's somewhat recognizable.
Is
Just
our
a
friend the
question.
foreman gonna be eating this?
I don't know. As long as I get the whack, I do whatever I want.
Now that we've run around the entirety of this level of the cave, there were no bodies anywhere.
You didn't finish. I mean, when you were there, everywhere you searched, you didn't see, but there was the big hole
Big
that
There's
hole.
just
might
the
add
big
some
hole.
things in it.
Right.
But you didn't look down. No one looked down to see what was down the big hole.
Right.
Now Rick's like still juiced up, so as much as he wants to go in the hole, he kind of wants to deal with the other problem first. There's still lightning crackling between his fingers.
Go do these two things, and then
And his
maybe
teeth.
we rest for the night. Go talk
Oh
to the
fuck
statue,
yeah!
turn
They
the hole.
killed that fucker! Yeah! Woo!
Yeah, whoa,
Woo!
Clodoc,
Yeah! They killed him! Woo!
Yeah,
Yeah!
Yep.
That fucker killed Fred.
Oliver
Oh,
kinda
and
starts
George.
walking up. Yes, yes,
And
yes, it's true.
Jimothy.
You may have heard I am the superior ecosystem, as opposed to this creature. As you can see, I am alive. He is not alive, and I have taken his colony and made it my own.
Great job. Let
Yeah.
me shake your hand.
No, not me. Not those two. He's gonna point at them.
Let me
Rub
shake
the
your
dwarf.
hands.
oh sure, this is the one that did it.
I want to shake your hand
Oh.
too.
Sure.
Wow. Those are cool
So as-
sunglasses.
Oh, thanks.
Where'd you get them?
Got it from home. In
I bet
Fury.
they make being out in the sun easy.
It sure does. It makes being in the dark hard.
Can you guys are real cool. Killing that guy. Can I have your autograph?
Of course you can.
Mhm.
And he's
Is
got
one-
You guys must be like big shot heroes over in Azora, yeah? Yeah? Have I heard of you?
Eh.
Have I heard of your party?
You haven't heard of this guy?
Have I? What's his name?
You ever see one of those lore master towers?
Oh yeah, big ones. They make that's where they take the taxes, right? And they keep all the taxes in there, like a big money pile.
You've got it exactly right, as far as I'm aware. What this guy is doing, he's there right now building him the biggest tower you can get. You're gonna be able to see it all over Azora. You might even be able to see it from out here.
That's a big tower.
Ooh,
It's
that's
a big
pretty
tower.
impressive. Well, can I get his autograph? And can maybe you put in a good word for me next time I need a loan?
Oh well, that would be more of a bad.
Can I put you down as like a character witness?
That would no you.
Co-sign on a
Don't know.
house for
Go
me?
sign with me.
Did one of them is one of them shaking Alderqueen's hand?
Yeah, he is. This one's like, I'm very nice to meet you.
He goes, and as he's shaking his hand, he just lets his hand break off into the miner's hand, and then Alderqueen kind of like looks over at the group and looks back at the guy and kind of waits to see what the guy's gonna do.
I'll hold on to this.
I guess you
Need
could
a
say,
hand.
"Oh, he
That's
took
okay.
it from me.
No,
it
I'm
was
not
my
there.
turn.
I'm
It
like
was my
60
turn.
feet
It
away.
was my
I
turn to
witnessed
make the
event.
pun. My
I
dad
heard
was
the
gonna be
pun.
so proud of me."
No, it's all of you. They don't hear it. All of you, Chief. I'm.
This brings a whole
I'm way
new
over here.
meaning to
You're like yelling at
lending
the
a
guard.
hand.
You're yelling at the gate.
That's a great pun. Shake his hand.
He
Yeah,
just
you.
looks at Rick.
Zatho's cool, but shake his hand. You get the pun too.
I'll shake your hand, too.
No, shake his.
So he-
He'll do the pun again.
Oh.
Watch. You'll listen.
Oh yeah, let me give me another shake.
He holds his other hand out, breaks off again, and he looks
have two
over.
of these
His
now.
eyes are kind of like magnifying and closing, like to kind of mimic like excitement in his face. I guess that brings a whole new meaning to lending a hand.
No, he did it again. He's gonna.
I did
Rick's
it.
gonna slap this guy's
I did
knee.
That's a real knee slap.
Boy, howdy. About to yee his haw.
He takes
I have done a
thunder
pun. Like the other one. He does puns. I do them too.
Oh, it's not really my thing. I just did it one time. I can step out of my box. It doesn't have to become
Well,
a
he
new
also
box.
did.
Yeah, I did.
Ledoc also did it. He did it
Oh,
earlier. He made one.
The gate starts to open as you see Dyreth is kind of making his way out. I've just finished having a conversation with Hobus. He says he will work on it, and we will see where things go. But, excuse me. Oh, is that what all that commotion was about? He looks over and sees the corpse over there.
Gimme.
He says,
He just like dumps his morning star on the floor, both hands. Pretty please.
the Sunbringer's Beacon.
Sure.
This was formed in my homeland, you know.
Yeah. Can I hold it now?
Last piece I have. And I give it to you. I hope you will make its namesake proud.
Yeah, what was his name again?
Sunbringer's Beacon.
He picks it up and immediately just goes starts flailing it. I like it. This is cool.
May I have the old one for personal defense? The one you did not use anymore?
Yeah, what do I give a shit? Sure. I only have like, I don't know, like 3 years or something in the lowland slang undead with it. That probably smells. Here you go.
Fine weapon. Thank you. And he looks, well, I better get back to work.
This is cool. Thank you. You're welcome. I'll spread the name of the Sun Beacons thing.
I am sure. Thank you for killing the beast. Many good workers and soldiers died.
Sure. It is a big shame. I'm glad it is done. How many lives would you say this approximately saves?
Anyone else who would possibly go forward?
Like a ballpark.
At least the ones you brought with you. So 4 plus?
But like how much plus?
That is.
I'm doing like a scales thing. Like how many people do you think would have killed everyone in this camp?
Let me contemplate.
Cool. I will. I have another thing to go kill for you all with my friends. I'll double back on you for this, and then maybe with the foreman's estimate and your estimate, we can we figure out how much of a fucking hero I am. Goodbye.
He looks at you. I think I am the foreman, but the number of
mercenary guy.
The number of lives you saved. Yeah, he would be a good one to talk to. He knows about the security of this place.
Perfect. Good. Thank you for the whacker. Hey, you guys! He's like flinging this sun beacon. Look at the thing. Whoa. I said it's like the sun thingy is what they call it. The sun beacon. Sun bacon.
You see the light's already kind of gone off because he's already activated it today, so it's like lost its ability to glow. But it does. That's what he was doing earlier when he like held it up and it shone.
Actually, use the damn thing, man.
You can't use it till tomorrow.
I've suddenly lost a lot of motivation to do the killing thing. But
it is still. I think the stats say it. It is still a +1. Yep, still is a +1. It doesn't say it there, but I'm going to add it to a +1 just to keep a note of it.
It's
it says it on the
damage
sheet
as well, then, right?
Yeah, and I don't think I actually added to the damage part. Correct, I didn't. Yeah. Good.
Wow, it's magnificent. What does it do?
It is like the last member of his family or some such, but it looks really cool. You got to like hold it sideways and use it more like an axe than a morning star, for being honest. But it can make a light. I know we can all see 300 feet in darkness, and I can like make lights at will, but that's fine. This thing has a cool light that like has some familial significance or something. But it makes it where if I bunk something, it like blast it with sun juice. It is like laser beam on a stick, but like you have to hit them with it.
If I died, Rick would be the last of our family. So he's kind of like that.
I don't think that's accurate. I thought, Rick, don't you have like 5,000 siblings or something?
If he
yeah.
died, my staff would also be like that.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of brothers. And if you're gonna continue down this road, then that means your sister is a motorcycle.
And your big
Yeah,
brother's a warthog.
That's pretty cool, actually.
There
What's
truly are
what's-
worse fates.
What's her name?
Esmeralda.
Ah. He holds out his arm, and like there's the intertwining of like branches and stuff that make up his forearm. He kind of just like it starts to like take shape without him really touching it, and it kind of just starts to carve into itself and kind of like constrict and everything. And now it just says Esmeralda on his forearm
You're
for
gonna
my
love it.
sister. Now I have her name and I have your name
Oh,
because we're a family.
this guy fucking gets it. This is your kid. That's cool. I wish I could get tattoos.
I think he's ready for hell.
I could give you a tattoo.
Many have tried, all have failed. Because the scales come off
Oh, right.
often. Yeah. You know. I had hair relatively recently. Tried it. It was kind of weird. They didn't like it. Fell off.
But as we zoom out and our camera pans away out into the greater valley, that's where we'll wrap up.
Oh.
This is generally, I got a new map for you guys I wanted to show you. This is generally the new area
Hell
where
yeah.
you're in, and you know, there's things ahead that we'll kind of
Ooh.
play with. But this is where the tower is. This is generally where you are, and this is like the darkness. Though the darkness is like very high, not impassable terrain, but passable with extreme difficulty terrain, where it's like it would take a long time because these are like the mile high karsts, the extremely like fantastically high karsts, not carts. There's just a bunch of carts, a bunch of fucking wheelie carts around. But yeah, as we're kind of wrapping up here, well, I should jump out of this one. I just wanted you guys to see that before the end of the session. Just gonna get an eye brain. But yeah, fun session. Welcome to the group, Alderqueen.
I
Good
love
robot
You said
buddy.
what?
said I love him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If anything ever happened to Alder Green, I would kill everyone in this room and then myself.
Yeah, I thought it would be a lot more fun to play a character that is more my speed rather than playing the edgelord that was my Monday character. So
Mm. Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
been
you're
fun.
just like axe murderer this thing, but like, you know. No,
Gotta
I
keep
like
a
it.
little edge in there, just a little,
Mhm.
just enough, just a little bit
Just
of,
enough to
just a
be
little bit.
unsettling.
as soon as he said that it had spiders on it, I was like, "Oh, I'm definitely gonna make that a thing where he steals
Mhm.
other things, insects if they have
love
them or
it.
whatever else."
Absolutely.
So good.
There's a lot of like actually like because like with the new character creation process, like I said, we're gonna do a few sessions like this, and then you know we're gonna have you update the meet the character section with whatever traits, ideals, flaws, bonds, etc. You kind of not bonds but flaws, you know, any new bonds that have developed, a little bit down the line. But yeah, that like it sounds like we've already seen some that are kind of already budding and potentially developing. Just keep an eye on them as they go, see where they develop into, and make note of that when the time comes. But yeah, fun session. I'm excited to get back into it next Thursday with the second session of the block. So just as a reminder, Frank, we do like a 3-week on, 1 week off. We didn't do it with the Monday campaign, so we're gonna play 3 sessions the next week and the week after, and then we'll take. Oh, but we talked about it already. Actually, we're gonna skip the break this time, so we're gonna play 4 weeks on this block and then take a break. So we got a little bit of stuff ahead of us, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
And we
appreciate you guys.
are going back
Join
to
the
the
group.
7 start, right?
Yeah, that was an
Yeah.
accident. That was an
Okay,
accident.
cool.
The late start was an accident. That's because I looked at when we started late last week, and I was like,
I know it
so,
was.
so yeah,
but
we
it's
are starting at a
maybe
normal time.
worth reiterating at the very end.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Kay, because I know you don't like to. The reason we kind of moved to Thursday so much as well is a lot of the timing. You know, I don't like to stay late bad for you over there. So appreciate you accommodating us this time for my fuck up and the scheduling fuck up. So appreciate that.
Yeah.
Hope the camera. So you said you got a new web camera coming. Is that what the issue is? Confirmed.
Yeah, it's like 100% a hardware issue. So of course I ordered one. And now it's like, oh, between 1 to 6,000 weeks, and it'll arrive. So maybe next
Yeah.
week, maybe not.
Can't relate with the best mail system in the world, USA. I actually looked it up. That's our statistic. We have #1 mail system. God damn right, and it's the best. But it actually is. Where I live, especially, really good. This fucking cable, I ordered it last night after it broke in the game, and it got here today. Wow.
We had an Amazon warehouse down the street back where I used to live. So it'd be like, you should have it in 5 to 7 business days, and I'd have it that evening.
Yeah,
It's like, oh yeah, this is sick.
it is sick. It is sick. Mail. Get on it,
I know
losers.
there's
Who needs
reasons
who
for
needs
it,
all that other shit
but I
when you
enjoy
can mail stuff?
that when I was watching the tracking for this new monitor, it went from Pennsylvania to Arizona back to Pennsylvania for me.
It came to me just to check it out.
Yeah, he's like, is this good?
Like,
This is
is
good.
this
Yeah.
the thing you said to buy?
I
I sent it to you
Yes,
first.
it's
I was like,
great.
just double check it. Come on.
Sign it off. This is
Check
it.
on this for me, man. Is this your shit?
Tell me if you see
Yes.
any dead pixels
Good.
real quick.
Good.
Yeah. And you got the settings all
I
good
ran
on
my Hypnotoad gift that I use to check for dead pixels.
it.
That's something I need to do.
No, because you'll see it and you'll know, and then if you don't know, you'd never
It's one of
notice
those things where if you haven't noticed, it's best that you don't. The
Best that you
problem is
don't.
when you
That's
do
true.
notice.
Once you do notice it, it's a problem.
Though I would maybe like just enjoy it, like enjoy your new monitor for a bit until you have like the close to the like it's a defective thing, send it back to whomsoever.
Mhm.
Then maybe like do a dead pixel check, and if it's bad, you can send it back to another one, but,
Exactly.
like, for now, enjoy it because it's great, such a
Alright.
great monitor.
Oh, and Frank, I did. Ooh, I hadn't sent it out yet, but I sent it out to the other people. I'm gonna send you a message later about just feedback for Monday because I wanted to kind of get your feedbacks on that, general feelings about that. But I'm gonna send you that in text later. But I got feedback from a lot of people, and I will kind of talk to you guys about that generally, and we'll see where that's gonna go. Same thing with for those of you that played on Sunday, I got feedback from them, and there's some stuff to talk about there. But we can do that
No,
in
what did I
the
do?
council chats and such.
Cool.
But yeah,
Well,
you
happy
guys
to
had a
be
great
here.
night.
So, I like all the characters so far. Everyone is interesting.
This
Please.
is
I like the
Please
I
tell me
like
to
the
stop
Hladok
liking her.
voice.
Hladok is a character. I remember the first like few weeks of playing this thing. I like couldn't speak the couple of days after Hladok because I was like going hard,
Mhm.
and now I'm just getting used to him. But
Yeah, I
this is
almost-
definitely like my favorite group of people of characters and people just in general. Just because there's K.
Aw,
More K
It's
game.
true though. K is
Yeah,
amazing.
I'm not shitting you. K is my favorite person.
I'm my favorite person, so works out.
That's because you haven't known K long enough. Give him time.
Yeah, you'll get it. You'll get it. Once you get enough in the cult, you'll understand. But yeah, I'm
Yeah, I
gonna go
almost-
walk my dog, find some food. I really appreciate you all hanging out and playing. It was a fun game, and yeah, I'm excited to play more. See you guys next
Sure.
week.
Thanks, Oob.
See
You guys
Good night.
Whoa, he's so.
Wow.